Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Welcome back to Abstract Medicine. Welcome back. It's so lovely to be here with you today, reading your energies for 2023. And I'm just lighting an incense stick. As I'm here already reading for 2023, I can't help but think about this year, 2022. You know, what has come up for you in 2022? What has lit your way, I'm hearing, and what has cast shadow? And maybe also, what can you give thanks to? What have you learned from this year? Definitely make sure to reflect on that as we transition into the new energies for 2023. So as you can see, we have pre-shuffled cards for each pile, and this was done just because of pure necessity. I know this is going to be an in-depth reading, so it was done pre-shuffled. So we have pile 1 over here, pile 2 and pile 3. Before we begin, let's chime the Tibetan bowl. Okay, so please meditate on your pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3. If you selected your pile, then please go to the timestamps below for your pile. Thank you so much. All right, pile 1, how are you doing? Happy Christmas, holidays, happy festivities. All right, so we're going to be starting this reading first and foremost with the general energy using the archetypes cards. Okay, so we have the mirror. Okay, we have the mirror here. So this is the general energy for 2023 for all of you. We have the mirror. We have for you the Father. Okay, the Father is for you. 2023, gorgeous cards. I love these cards, as you know. We have the Threshold. All right. And we have the Desert. Okay. So all right, pile 1. Okay, so for a lot of you, you are going to be working with the masculine energy. You are coming into your masculine energy, your divine masculine archetype for a lot of you. And I see that this is going to be a mirror image, a reflective time for you in 2023, where you're going to be a mirror image of your own father or the father figure that raised you. Okay, so that's what I'm picking up on. This is going to be a very important year for you as you are up on the threshold into becoming the masculine, the main male in your life, but also an important male in someone else's life as well. The desert could also be a literal translation of you going to visit the desert, okay, in 2023. All right, I'm going to get some more energies as well in a second. I'll also look at the numerology as well. I do see that there is going to be a reflection again of your shadow side and your light aspect. So there is something here that you're going to be reflecting on, maybe shadow aspects of the distorted masculine within you. Regardless of gender, we all have masculine and feminine archetypes, as you know. All right, let's keep going. So we have this gorgeous card here with these two people, these two figures. I do think there is an important relationship evolving in your life, or that will be coming into your life. And I do see that you are going to be mirror images of each other. I am picking up on a twin flame connection, which is quite a rare connection, where two individuals feel like they are part of one soul. In either case, this could be two individuals that really vibrate high within themselves, and they have found themselves again in this lifetime to connect with each other. Okay? And this is a high-level soulmate. I will read the cards at the end as well. We have the an alien kind of person here, female with a butterfly. She's also exposing her vulva as well, I have to say. So I get the sense that this person is you, possibly, again, also balancing out your feminine energy, but mainly attracting a divine feminine in your life, I would say, because you're coming into the masculine balance of equilibrium. We have this gorgeous card here of all of this floating energy, this intertwining, infinite energy, cosmic love. Here is what I'm picking up on. So that's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah. Let me put this here and here. I think that might be easier. Okay. And then we have another alien here, here with her connection to her base chakra that's evolving. And, you know, this looks like the ovaries as well. So there seems to be some sort of healing here. For some of you who are women and who identify as women, you are balancing out your feminine energies, I would say. And you may also be healing in 2023. If you haven't done this already this year, you will be healing maybe some trauma or pains with regards to a masculine in your life, or even a male in your life. Okay. I also do see that there is a business here, an important business that could take you to working alone, working, you know, in a threshold, part of a threshold. So you could be working and buying your own property or your office or something like that, where you're going to be away from people. This is an energy of the desert. So the desert is somewhere that's barren, but there is water in the desert. There are plants that grow and there are creatures that grow there. I just feel like you're on the precipice of something new. And I feel like some of you who picked pile 1 are either business owners or will be business owners in 2023. This card is telling me to do whatever you're doing with your heart. Okay, so do everything with love. That's most important. And that's what this alien is saying for you, to you. Do it with the eyes of love. Gorgeous. Okay, so where can we put this? We'll put this here like this. I do see that there is an important partnership. As I said before, this could be work or love related. We will obviously go deeper with the cards. But I also see that there is a reflection during 2023 about who you are and who you want to become, who you want to be in this lifetime, and your legacy. All right. Let's see, maybe even some destinations or get some more information with this, this deck here. We have number 20 and we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of swords. Okay, and we have a fountain here. So you've got a fountain of knowledge here. You've got some experience under your belt by now. You are coming into the energy of someone who has mastered something, has a lot of experience. Coming into maturity of some sort, I would say. You know, you're coming into an energy of power and authority as well, has to be said. So that's lovely. Okay, and the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of swords is telling me that, you know, you may have dealt with a lot of deceit and treachery and betrayal and maybe even some humiliation, which is something that maybe this year in 2023 you might be overviewing and re-looking at. Opening that wound so that it can be healed with the eyes of love in mind. You know, there is a fountain here, and it's, as I said, a fountain of knowledge, but also something is flourishing and blooming for you. And I do see with water here, there is this feeling that I'm getting about love, and someone could be mirroring your behaviors, your energies. If and when you do meet this person, possibly this year, they will be a mirror image of who you are. And sometimes, you know, when you meet someone who is a high-level soulmate, you reflect each other's wounds and they come up to be healed. Okay. All right, let's see what else. Yeah, look. And we have Il Gran Signore, I would say, number 28. This is the main male. Again, this is your energy, pile 1. So we have a heart here. You have, you know, you may have built a home, a foundation, or you will be doing that this year where you're working. And then I do see that you then start to look at other horizons, new opportunities for maybe giving space to love in your life. And there's you opening up your heart to somebody. We have number 28, could be significant for you. Either way, 28 is a closing of a chapter when it adds up to 10. 8 and 2 is 10. And with number 2 here, again, it's a lovely connector with these two people here. So again, I feel like there is an important individual in your life that's coming into your life if you've not experienced that yet. And we have 2 here. We have I, you know. So again, we have this mirroring and we have this partnership. We have 34 and we have the King of Swords here. And we have all of this water and all of these fish here. 34 could be your age. 34 is 5, 6, 7, adds up to 7. And we have the King of Swords. So pile 1, you know, I do see that you are very in tune, but I also see that you are very intellectual, very, very smart. You can come across as a little bit cold sometimes and maybe quite cutting with your words, maybe too acute with your words, you know. But that's okay. But I think it's because you've experienced a lot of betrayal and deceit, you know, with the 7 of Swords here. But sorry, I mentioned the King of Swords. I read this as the King of Swords. This is actually the King of Pentacles. But I feel like your King of Swords energy comes out in your line of work and business. Yeah. So that's what I see here. Your King of Pentacles energy also comes out in business, but also your overall approach to life. So with the tree here and the King of Pentacles, you like to see things grow. You only like to connect with people where you see there's going to be a positive reciprocation and also investment. Now, that's not you being cold, that's you being practical. So I am picking up on all the signs, water energy, as well as earth energy, as well as swords energy. Okay. With the fish here, it does signify lots of abundance. There is a boat here, which you can see with in this image. There's possible travel involved over water, which you might be taking part in this year, 2023. I do see that you are also going to be financially stable as well in 2023, and whatever you are investing in 2023 where you're planting roots, then this is going to be very profitable for you, specifically in work related. But I also see that even in the midst of a dry desert, something blooms and flourishes. And then here we have the 6 of Cups here. So the 6 of Cups, you know, for me is a reconciliation, is a soulmate energy. Something from your past is returning. And we have these stars here. Something you've been wishing for. We have boats here again. So maybe there have been 2 boats that have been sailing in opposite directions at night, in twilight possibly. Let's have some coffee. And that's what I see. But I see that maybe if you are in a partnership where you weren't able to really make time for each other, I see that in 2023 you are going to be making time for each other. I do, again, with the 6 of Cups, this does indicate a soulmate energy. So again, you know, there is that, and there is something about this soulmate energy that's connected with the stars. With 16, this adds up to 7, and 7 is heaven, spiritual realm. We have 7 and 7 here. 77 could be your age. But either way, 7 and 7, or 7, 7, 77 is going to be a very significant number for you, pile 1. So please make a note of that for 2023. This could also be the month of July as well. So July could be your month where you're going to be seeing a lot of abundance coming back into your life. And maybe where you had found a kindred spirit with another individual where love was blooming, there will be a reconciliation, I would say, in 2023. I kind of feel like it's up to you though, because I feel like if you are in the divine masculine energy and you're rising into this power, then it would be up to your energy, the ball's in your court kind of thing, where you end up taking action towards another individual who has a feminine energy. With this card here, we have the dog, which reminds me of fidelity. So the dog is someone who is loyal, someone who's faithful, someone who's always there. And again, I feel like you are very faithful. You carry a lot of practicality, but you also bring about this energy of comfort. And I do think that you don't like to necessarily move outside of your comfort zone, because I am picking up on heavy earth energy. But when it comes to matters of the heart, I feel like you would cross mountains, oceans and seas in order to get to that person. Now, we have number 18 here, which adds up to a 9. A 9 is an ending of a difficult cycle, difficult period in your life. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 and 10 of cups here. And we have this circle that's reminding me again of that 10, that closure. You know, maybe this dog felt chained to a situation that was binding, and maybe there was, you know, a relationship, a situation that had you feeling stuck. Or maybe you felt stuck because you are also very loyal. You're not people to leave a relationship because you believe in the sanctity of a connection, the sanctity of marriage. No matter how detrimental it could be to your health, could be to your demeanour, could even be to your position in society, you believe in loyalty. And when you take your vows, you really mean them very seriously. Now, I do see that in 2023, you are going to be detaching from a connection that is going to be binding in a negative way. And I just get this sense that you are completing a cycle into the energy of harmony and balance and pure joy and love. With the 10 of Cups energy, again, there's this energy of divine love here, a blissful relationship that's coming in your life after a difficult relationship, a difficult cycle in your life, which is great. And I also see that there's going to be more of an alignment with the people that you attract in your life in general. And the last card, we have number 35 here, and we have an anchor. So, you know, I just heard wherever I lay my hat, that's my home, but that's not really who you are. Once you find the right person and once you meet the right person, you like to stabilize a relationship immediately, because, you know, there may be an energy of abandonment issues that you may have been dealing with over your life, in your life. And I see that there is something that's going to anchor here. So we've had boats swimming in possible rough water, rough oceans. You've had rough emotional situations in your life, and I do feel like that's going to dissipate and calm down. You're going to be attracting abundance in all forms, but also abundance in love, in serenity, in peace. And there is a separation from one boat to and another boat. So if, again, this was a connection that was very difficult and binding and you felt stuck in that connection because you have high principles, we're here with the Gran Signore, the gentleman here, either less, there was a reluctant detachment from this connection with another individual and you parted in separate ways. I do see that you are first and foremost going to be anchoring your energy onto land, onto something concrete. You're going to be getting or receiving or experiencing some sort of illumination in 2023, where you're going to start to solidify what it is that you're wanting to create in your life, in terms of relationships, in terms of work partnerships, in terms of the kind of job that you're wanting to create, you know, maybe even stabilizing a new place where you're going to be working. So if you don't have your own business, I do see that you're going to be rising into a position of power where you could be relocating for work to a different environment over a big ocean. And I would say that it's going to be in a different country completely. and you're going to be starting to grow roots there. If that may not happen, may not happen for all of you, but if that doesn't happen, either way, I do see that things are going to be balancing themselves out after maybe a tumultuous 2022. So let's have a look at these swords. So we have 4 swords here, 4 swords here, which is an 8, and we have 1 there, which is 9. 2022, there's been a lot of anxiety and worry and fear, possible even depression, you know, lonely nights as well. I'm hearing that song, Lonely Nights. You know, but I feel like there is going to be harmony and balance and, you know, in ease in sleep as well. Your sleep patterns, you know, may have been very choppy as well. And with 35 here, 35 could be your age, 5, 6, 7, and 1 is 8. So we have an 8 here. So whatever anyone has done to you, it's going to be coming back to them as an energy of karma. So, you know, we have 8 here and 1, and we have 8 here. So 18 and then 8. So we have 18 and 8. So you could be seeing this a lot. So pay attention to this number as well. So we have 77, number 7 as well. 18 and 8 or 188 could be also a telephone number. And 8 and 1 adds up to a 9, as I said before. So interesting, we have double numbers here with 20 and 28. So we have 2 and 2, so 2, 2. 2, 2 adds up to 4, which is a stable foundation again. So I do see that a lot of you are going to be moving. You're going to be creating something new and stable in the real world, in the physical world, the material world, that's going to be planting seeds in maybe in an arid environment that maybe people might question why you're creating this endeavor or why you're moving to this specific place where there's no life there. But actually you already know the magic and you already see. So now let's get deeper with the tarot. Okay, so pile 1, yes, so we have the 10 of Swords. Let me just bring these all out. The 10 of Pentacles, again, double numbers, 10, 10. The Hermit, yeah, an energy of being single for a time. The Star. Ace of Wands. Six of Swords, absolutely. That's exactly the energy that I was picking up on, that you're leaving a situation, however difficult it was to move away from, you are leaving that situation emotionally and mentally. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard on your psyche, or maybe you've already left that situation where you may even have a family and children with another individual that kept you trapped. Ace of Swords. The Sun. I do not read reversals. Occasionally I'll read reversals, reversed cards in private readings. 9 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. The Magician. Knight of Swords. The World. There you go. We have the Queen of Swords, yeah. 8 of Cups. The Fool. 4 of Pentacles. 7 of Swords. The Lovers. The Judgment card. Let me just check the camera that you can see all of these cards. Okay. Let me just double check again. Okay, there you go. The Knight of Pentacles. Big reading for you, pile 1. 5 of Pentacles. I get the sense that a lot of you have picked pile 1. 3 of Cups. 9 of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune. We have the Queen of Swords. Let me just adjust a little bit. 1 second. Wow, big year for you. It's a big year. I am picking up on very strong Aries energy as well. The 2023 is going to be a big year for you. There's going to be lots of changes, lots of closures as well with people. I just heard conniving people. And again, a lot of time for self-reflection. All right. And then we have the Six of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Moon. All right, so let me just double check that you can see all of that. Yeah. It's quite difficult to see. Yeah, that should be okay, I think. Okay. So, pile one. Let me just tune in. Okay, so pile one. In 2022, you are leaving, or you will have left, a very burdensome experience, okay? There's an energy of being highly attracted to a future where you get to let go, where you get to be your own pure self. You go to chase your own desires, and you go to find illumination. So pile one, I see that you're going through a second life for 2023, or at least maybe you've been experiencing that at the end of 2022. I do see that there's going to be a major closure in 2022 where you're moving towards clarity, and again, you're releasing baggage here. I do see that you are going through an awakening at this time as well. And I do see that you have an important thing to share with the world as well through your voice. Now, that can be singing, but either way, your voice needs to be heard. And I feel like you're hearing this call from Spirit to communicate better and to not burden yourself from, let me just get the candle, hang on. Burden yourself by not speaking your mind and speaking your truth. I do get the sense that your throat chakra may have been blocked, or someone may have stopped you from communicating, from speaking your truth. And I feel like there's going to be an end of that. There's going to be an end of personal sabotage, I just heard. And I think that everything's going to be working out in your favour. But first and foremost, you need to close a situation, a cycle in your life. Now, this cycle in your life can involve toxic people, can involve people that dim your light, can also involve third-party situations where, you know, maybe work can or has been a major priority, and this has been a bit of a detriment to your health, maybe even your vocal cords as well. I get the sense that with the 10 of Wands here and then the 10 of Pentacles, I feel like there may have been some burdens in your family as well. I get the sense that your family has created a lot of baggage, created a lot of burdens, you know, responsibilities here in your recent past, 2022, if you will. With the 10 of Pentacles, I see that there was something that you had invested in for your future. But I see that, you know, even though, you know, this is the energy of putting sacrifice into your endeavours, your responsibilities, your work, your commitments. So even though, yes, you did find financial security, it came at a cost, because it may have meant that you had to be away from family members, your own children. We have a child here with a son. And this may have caused ruptures in your relationship, possibly even your marriage, here with the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords is quite a cold individual energetically. The Queen of Swords is someone who you may have started where before there was heat and warmth. Maybe you started to separate from this person. Or maybe this person started to emotionally detach from you. I do see that in 2022 you have experienced a lot of admirers, people that have admired your work ethic, your diligence here with the Ten of Wands, even though you may have been also emotionally burdened as well. Your responsibilities have really paid off, and if they haven't yet, they will be paying off through awards, accolades and recognition with the Queen of Wands and the Six of Wands. It's the energy of moths to a flame. So pile 1, you will be receiving a lot of admirers, a lot of people that want to move towards you and offer you something stable. You know, this can actually be a literal physical trophy as well. So I do see that this is going to, if it hasn't yet, or if it has already, it will continue in 2023. So your work is secure, your career is secure for 2023 is what I'm saying. I do see that 2023, you know, just generally in your career, it's going to be lighter. You know, everything that you've put towards planting seeds for your future, you're now going to start seeing the benefits of it, and you're going to start reaping those rewards for 2023. It's going to be bringing you a lot of happiness, a lot of joy, a lot of peace in your heart as well. In 2023, I do see that there could be a separation that will be closing out for you in regards to a partnership. Now, with the Queen of Swords, the World card and the Ten of Pentacles, I get the sense that this could come out maybe straight after another baby has been born. And that could be quite painful for you to deal with. Maybe this individual, this Queen of Swords, her energy, regardless of gender, this female energy, feminine energy, is emotionally moving away and wanting to start a new chapter in their own life. And I don't see you being part of it here with the Five of Pentacles. I do see that you have deep loyalty and deep love here with the King of Cups, and maybe you're going to be learning how to express your emotions better in 2023. Maybe you'll be studying how to do that, possibly. Maybe getting some tips or training. It's about being vocal about what it is that you want in your life, pile 1. So in 2023, I see this individual who could be emotionally detaching from you. I also see for some of you as well, you have left a place of work that is or has no longer or will no longer be bringing joy in your life, and you will emotionally be moving away from that job, that career, that sector, possibly even that placement, that place of work. The Knight of Pentacles is giving me that it's telling me that you do deliver and you put a lot of hard work. As I mentioned before, you're very productive. You have a sort of routine. And again, that routine is going to be paying off here with the Six of Wands. Now, with the Six of Wands, I see that there's going to be, again, public recognition and success. This message is being reiterated on purpose so that you know that everything is progressing just as you want it to be. And this should give you the self-confidence to keep going. With the Queen of Wands, I feel like you're going to be bringing in a little bit more courage in your life and more independence. I also do see you possibly being a little bit more social, maybe even being a bit of a social butterfly in year 2023 pile 1. I do see that there is determination to be recognised as well. I am seeing a star in the making too, and this will eventually pay off in the next 10-year cycle. Okay. For a lot of you, you may have experienced your first awakening as well, your first spiritual awakening. And this has been difficult for you, I would say. But I feel like you're on the journey of recovery here. Now, when it comes to a situation where there have been burdens and difficulties of the heart, mind, soul, I see that, you know, this has affected your finances and may continue to, maybe in the first few months of the year, have its effects still lingering in your energy, as it were. With the Five of Pentacles, this is someone who may also be sick as well. Maybe sick of being abandoned here. Now, again, with the Father here that I picked up on earlier, and the messages within these cards here, I was getting this energy of abandonment. So you may be healing abandonment issues in 2023. And it's not necessarily what people do, or it's not necessarily what people say, it's what they do that have a real effect on you. But I would say, again, it's one of those things where you shouldn't take things personally, because people just do what they do, and they may not necessarily do things to intentionally hurt you. Now, there's this great message with Abraham Hicks, have a listen to Abraham Hicks, where they talk about how can you still be in balance and still be in flow and still be in the vortex when everything around you is kind of pushing you in the opposite direction and making you doubt your intuition and making you stop yourself and, you know, stop yourself from being in the vortex, being in the flow. The chief thing to do is to recognize that there is something that is affecting your flow, and to acknowledge it and to cut it out here with the Queen of Swords, and then to continue to be in the flow, but not to be too in deep with all of the emotions of negativity, to rise up and to get back on the saddle, as it were, and to keep marching on. I do see that in 2023 for you, pile 1, there is going to be more strength in your life. I do see that there's going to be courage here. With the Strength card, this is an interesting card because, you know, no one really should approach a lion on its own, especially with their hands here so close to the mouth. And I see that, again, you're moving into territory here with the desert, where not many people would go and venture towards on their own. And again, I feel like you are entering a stage in your life with the Hermit card where you are experiencing a lot of self-reflection and self-inquiry. You're going in with the deep answers here, and you're going to see what it is that you really truly want in life. You're really reflecting in 2023 what your life purpose is, and I think this is going to be a real bond with you, yourself, and spirit. Again, for those of you who are going through a spiritual awakening for the first time, congratulations, you've made it. Yes, there is a breakdown in your psyche, but it does start to build itself up as you start to collect yourself again, your true self, again, with the Judgment card, into what it is that you want and who you are going to be and who you want to be. So with the Eight of Cups, you would rather abandon something that is no longer fulfilling. In the end, eventually you will close out that cycle into something that you are wanting that is going to be fulfilling, emotionally speaking. Now, with the Ten of Cups, again, I do see that there's going to be alignment here. But with the Eight of Cups here in this card, I see that you are leaving a situation that did not make you happy and you're traveling away. Again, there's also this energy of travel here, as I mentioned before, with the boats over water, the ships over water. Mainly over water here, so flight travel, travel. This could also be a spiritual journey as well that you are entering into, pile 1. And, you know, in order to do that, you will have to go it alone, isn't it? And that's going to require a lot of bravery. So pile 1, pay attention to your health here, because I do see that there could be a possibility of you getting sick here. I also see for you, pile 1, that there is an important father in your life who is emotionally balanced, who you could be getting some spiritual teaching from with this King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, or even Leo, as well as Virgo. So I also see that you're learning the art of diplomacy. There is something about communication that you're going to be perfecting in 2023. The art of diplomacy, the art of speaking, maybe even having an online presence where you're able to speak and command respect just through your energy, and also with the specific words that you use. You're going to be very careful with the words that you use here. Although, even though you are very careful with the words that you use, you are also very passionate about what it is that you say. So in 2023, pile 1, I see that there is going to be great healing, great spiritual healing. I also do see great success. And for those of you who have been working hard to be recognized and be elevated and become successful and famous, all of this is paying off here, because we have the Star card in the center of your reading here. So pile 1, I see that there is going to be amazing success after a time of solitude. Earlier I did mention that there is a separation possibly with a relationship within a family, and I do see that you are going to be single for some time, maybe even through to August. You're going to be feeling a little bit vulnerable here, I would say, a little bit lonely, okay? But I would say make sure to fulfill your own cup and to feed your soul. With the Star card, I see that your online presence is going to be big, it's going to be very impactful, and you may also be wanting to venture into a spiritual business online, okay? With the 9 of Pentacles, this is also reflecting this energy of solitude and independence here. The solitude is interesting because actually the solitude is making you feel very abundant here with the Fish and the 9 of Pentacles. It's making you feel very abundant and also attractive as well. With this Leo energy in the Star card, you may have a very predominant Leo energy in your natal chart, in your astrology chart, or even in the 10th house. So have a look at that. We also see the Fool card here, where you're starting a new endeavor, a new beginning. Now again, we have Aries energy here, which I mentioned with the father figure here, which is reminding me of the Emperor. So I see that in 2023, pile 1, you are going to be starting a brand new journey, moving, traveling, going to far off reaches of the world that no one has ever been to, maybe to conduct research, maybe to work, maybe to just be in peace, maybe to just be away from the world. And you learn things there that you want to bring back into your business, your line of work, that's going to help the greater community at large. With the 3 of Cups here, I do see friendship. I also do see reconciliation as well. And I also do see a great social presence here. So I do see you socializing again, maybe after a blip in not socializing in 2023. I do see that a lot of you could be connecting with a Queen of Pentacles energy who is an earth energy, an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, who is a soul mate, who is part of your destiny here with the Wheel of Fortune. This is a reconciliation with someone in your soul tribe. Now again, with these cards here that came out at the very beginning, which I will read soon, we have that confirmed here. I also see that, there are great friends here. There is a little bit of fear here with the Moon card, and maybe some illusions, or maybe even something that you need to be careful of when you are around people who maybe have nefarious agendas. So make sure to follow your intuition on that pile 1, and also to continue reviewing and reflecting on what it is that you had learnt during your moments or even months of solitude as well, spiritually speaking, to be discerning and also to be diplomatic. There could be someone who you may need to keep an eye on who may have, again, 7 of Swords, deceitful intentions, and they may put you in a state of anxiety and worry and sleepless nights. But on the plus side, I do see that this person who you could be meeting in the latter part of the year in 2023 is someone who's very nurturing, is someone who's very stable, is someone who's very reliable. They are people who like their own comforts. They are people of habit, and you yourself may be that too. And they match you in every way. And as I said, you know, this person is a reflection of who you are. This person comes into your life because you have manifested them into your life, because you made space for them to come into your life after a moment of solitude and peace and quiet from the world and even from a relationship. This person is someone who you find is very magical. This person is a possible very strong earth energy or has earth in their chart, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, as well as very strong Gemini energy here with the Magician and the Lovers. So this could be you or them. By the way, but either way, I do see that with the 7 of Pentacles, I do see that you see a long-term view with this person. This person themselves may have been single or may be single at the time of you meeting. You may meet this person abroad or during your new chapter in your life where you've left something difficult behind. Okay, let's light some incense. So that's what I see. I see that there is, again, a very important partnership here with the Lovers card. And I do see that you have all the tools that you need to create your line of business as well. The line of business that you want. And you have all the tools to create and be well known, fame, acknowledgement, awards, accolades. You know, you have all of that in your bag already. So it's just a question of executing all of that. With the Magician, the Knight of Swords and the Lovers card, I see that this is a very strong Gemini energy that may suddenly come into your life very, very quickly. And they have a lot of things to say. The 6 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, there are lots of swords here, and the 7 of Swords. You know, the energy here and the message here for you, pile 1, is to let go and to maybe let down your guard a little bit and to not overthink here, especially here with the Virgo energy can be someone who overthinks a little bit too much. Okie dokie. So the 6 of Swords, I do see this push and strong desire here with the Ace of Wands to quickly move away from something that is unhappy. Again, something that we've reiterated here with, where was it? Was it here? 3, 6, 7, 8, 4, 8, 9. There was an energy here of moving away either way from an emotional situation that you may be reluctant to move away from, that may keep you still feeling trapped, or even may still make you feel like you can't be in a relationship that's actually in your benefit and that's part of your destiny, because you're still healing from wounds from the past here. I would say that you're needing to let go of this and to heal that in order to find peace within yourself and your soul. But I also do see to allow this great love to come into your life. Now, this person isn't going to be here to save you, but this person is going to match you energetically. And this person is going to be a reflection, but also an example that is going to be positive in your life. Yeah. I do see that a lot of you are going to continue with some habits of wanting to overwork, wanting to put in all the hours. And I think this comes from a place of abandonment again, where someone may have abandoned you in your childhood. The first 7 years of your life are very formative. And this may be you trying to prove yourself, but there's no need, because you've already proven yourself, and you will be receiving that recognition that you deserve in 2023. So again, there's this message here to let go of these burdens and let go of this anxiety, because you've already put proof in the pudding. There is no need to keep pushing to be seen. Sometimes we need to do things just by attracting and magnetizing here with the Queen of Wands. So adopt that Queen of Wands energy, magnetize it, attract it into your life in order to manifest it purely and properly for good. For 2023, Pile 1, I do see that you're going to be a little bit worried about spending, your spending habits, as well as your outcome, your income and outcome. I see that there is something here where you're needing to just make sure that you keep that in balance. All right. I see that you're going to have a lot of fun being single and free in the middle to last part of the year. And I feel like someone, again, could be coming into your life suddenly who you didn't expect to come in, and they may kind of shock you a little bit. You have a lot of desire for this person here with the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords is the energy of new energy, and the Fool card here. So there are breakthroughs happening in your life, and there's also inspiration and new opportunities to grow. You have a new opportunity to grow with an individual who's going to be very comforting, loving, balanced, and they're going to perpetuate this love and balance within your connection. So they amplify everything that you give them, they give to you. With the Lovers card here, you know, this is a match made in heaven here. How you'll meet them, I feel like they could be away from you at this time, abroad. This could even be through a meeting, through friends or something like that. I do see that this person is also financially stable. I also see that you yourself are going to be attracting an individual in your line of work who wants to partner up with you in your line of work, but be careful because there could be a little bit of deceptive energy here. But either way, I do see that there is going to be great fortune that could come in this work partnership. I do want to get another card for that, just to get some clarification. All right, so let's just get a card. Tell us about this important decision that Pile 1 needs to make about a work partner coming into their life, please, Spirit. Thank you. Knight of Wands and the Page of Swords. So I see that this person who may come into your life could be someone who's younger than you. This person may also be quite impulsive as well. This person could also be a student. This person could be learning at this time, studying at university as well. By the way, this person has a lot of energy, has a lot of fire, and they are not afraid to say what they want to say. This person is also highly ambitious, so be careful. But I do see that, you know, with ambition and with sheer bold energy, you know, you can really achieve with the Three of Pentacles here that you may or may not see at the bottom line. This is someone who you could work with for a while, maybe even 3 months, make great fortune and collaborate together and then move on, you know. So this person may not necessarily be in your life for the long run in terms of work. They may just be in your life for a specific project, possibly. Yeah, and I do see that there could be an age difference here in terms of that. Okay, so let me see if there's anything else I'm picking up on before I go into the romance or further romance cards. I feel like you could be triggered, Pile 1, in the latter part of the year by someone who you meet who is part of your destiny and part of your soul tribe, because you've finally found balance within yourself by being single and being alone and being free and being away from people that tell you what to do. And you finally find independence within your mind. You're able to buy the things that you want to buy. You wear the clothes that you want to wear without someone breathing down your neck and telling you how you should wear this or which clothes you should wear and all of this. I feel like there was something from your past that kept you really trapped. And so I see here that pile 1, there's no need to fear. Either way, you have big changes happening in your life for 2023. For some of you, very few of you, you could become pregnant. There's a strong potential of that for some of you. And this is because you are ready, and maybe there's a need to let go of work for a time, give some maternity time to raising a child and doing this right. And I think this is going to trigger you a lot with maybe some past wounds with regards to parents in your life. I do see a lot of collaboration. I see social activity. I see triggers of abandonment as well. I see possible illness, just, flus, winter flus and things like that. But they will dissipate. I do see that there is going to be mental clarity, but I do feel like there could be some triggers, mentally speaking, that you might need to seek help from a psychologist or, therapist. Let's have a look at your romance angels. Before we do, we have Virgo, Leo, very strong Leo here, Virgo energy, as well as Libra and Gemini and Cancer here with the moon card. Worth waiting for. So divine timing is at work in your love life. Passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Soulmate, exactly. Yes, this is your soulmate. Release your ex. What did I say? You have an ex that you're leaving behind. Release your ex. This time has come to clear your energy. Yes, indeed, clear your energy. It's important. Love yourself first. Self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Heart-to-heart conversation. Honesty. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. Yeah. Healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Romantic feelings, your feelings are real and worth exploring. Deception, which we did pick up on, someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. And then we have unrequited love. So pile 1, what we clearly see here is that there was someone in your past that you have let go of, or you will continue to be in the process of letting them go, and they will be an ex. This person had deceptive energies, and this is someone who is wearing a false mask. They may even have been seeing someone who was younger than them, which is something I failed to mention with the Knight of Pentacles and the Sun. This could be, someone who was younger than them as well, and maybe they had committed adultery. They had an affair. But either way, I do see that there was an unrequited love with this past individual. I see for some of you, you have a reconciliation with someone in your soul tribe who is part of your destiny, and this is someone who's worth waiting for. It's almost like you meet them and that everything makes sense as to why you experienced the things you experienced so that you could meet them, okay? They've also experienced the same thing. So remember, energy is intertwining. So we have a reconciliation for some of you with an individual who you've already met before. There is honest conversation and communication with them. For some of you, you become single, you release your ex, you rise into fame for a lot of you as well, stardom. And during this process, you call in your soulmate, which is a very spiritual process here with the Hermit card as well. You begin to love yourself first, and that was the 9 of Pentacles, and you start to develop romantic feelings first and foremost within yourself, and you start to attract love with the Queen of Wands energy, as well as, of course, the Star card and all the other cards that came out earlier. And that's when your soulmate appears, and you may doubt this. You may start to be in your head in 2023. Why am I, why can't I sleep? Why am I doubting this person? You know, all these things. This person will trigger another awakening in your life. With the Ace of Wands, there's a lot of passion as well. Just allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And, you know, when you are in this process, you are being honest to yourself. You're also healing family trauma as well. So last but not least, we have these two cards, Love Who You Are. So pile 1, this is your card for 2023. So if you'd like to take a screenshot of that, you can do that now. Love who you are. You are divine, delightful, and deserving of the wonderful things life has to offer. And this one is back to what you love. Yes, indeed. So you're getting back out there. You're going towards what you love. You're sailing forward with this beautiful sail and the ship again. Reevaluate your desires. So you are reevaluating your desires with the Hermit card. What is it that you want in life? What's your life purpose, as I mentioned before? Take a screenshot of that if you like now. And we have you starting a brand new journey here. Again, we have number 8. So we have karma being played out in your life. We also have number 3 here. So 3 for me is about creativity. You might have a life path number 8 in numerology or a life path number 3 in numerology. 8 and 3 adds up to 11, which is this card here, the Father. Okay? So you're healing family issues with your father, as I said before. You're starting a brand new world with the Fool card and this energy of back to what you love. And you're traveling quite literally, and also moving forwards to a brand new fresh air of new exciting adventures and new experiences that are really going to be very much entwined with your passions. Love it. Number 8 also is the number of abundance. So let's have a look at these cards now, shall we? So we have this individual here who's staring at another individual here, which is giving me the energy of the Two of Cups. So this is a great card to have in a love reading. So this is great energy. Harmonic flight. This powerful image represents the divine we see when we look deeply into the eyes of another, and our armor drops. So I did say that, you know, dropping your guard. When we meet another being, present in the moment with no stories, judgments or insecurities, when we harmonize our energies with another, we can soar to the sky. We can guide each other higher and higher by encouraging all that has been weighing us down to drop away. The bonds you share give you the power to transmute fear. Put time and awareness into resolving karmic connections, or they will continue to play out. There may also be a life-changing connection on the horizon, and that's exactly it. There's the 8, the infinity loop here. So make sure to close out karmic cycles and release your ex here and heal family issues. Now let's have a look at this card here. And I did mention the vulva. For some of you who are females and feminines, women, you are also cleansing your vulva as well. You're also connecting to your heart space where you're sending out cosmic signals that's possibly even transmuting pains in your life, in your love life, or even your sexual life, to attract a soulmate here. So it says new blueprints. Let's put this here because it's lovely to see this card as well. So new blueprints. Powerful, meaningful change starts with you today. Despite your desire for change, we can be overwhelmed by all that is going on, and making a positive impact can seem impossible. We have more of a voice than we realize. So that's the energy of the Ace of Swords. So the blue energy is also about the throat chakra as well. So, you know, you make a positive impact by speaking your truth. So you have more of a voice than you realize. This card inspires action. No matter how small, that will create a ripple of light in the world. Exactly. So we have the Ace of Swords and the World card, which is saying exactly that. No matter how small this action may be, let go with the Ten of Wands. Speak your truth and know that your voice has impact. You are part of a bigger picture, a greater story, and your actions, your choices, your presence are making a difference. You have more power than you realize. Focus on what you can do and do it well. Change takes time, so make plans and start now. Gorgeous. And the next reading is from this card here, where we have this intermingling energy here. Lovely. Colour green, as well as the energy of the heart chakra. The Lemurians were healers, naturally intuitive and accustomed to navigating energetic-based realities. We all have natural healing abilities that are advanced when we deepen our energetic awareness. So a lot of you are going to be really focusing on your heart chakra and on your vocal cords, your throat chakra during 2023, where a lot of healing and transmutational energy will take place there. When we perceive the world beyond the more well-known senses, we start to receive information and wisdom different from that which stems from intellect. By tapping into life force consciousness and using this abounding energy alongside focused intention, we realize that anything is possible. Extend the margins of your awareness, revisit a situation from a broader perspective or higher vibration with a focus on healing. Perhaps the issue is simply an outdated or limiting perception placement. You have the ability to align to a fresh new timeline inspired by wholeness. So you are going to be feeling more whole in 2023 as you release your past and heal. The next card we have is this alien over here. Okay, so we have the colour blue and kind of crystalline blue here. So unique gifts, and you do have unique gifts, pile 1, because these unique gifts are being looked at, seen online, and also being applauded and praised. And those unique gifts makes you a star that shines bright, beautiful. We all have gifts to bring to the world. If we all did what we truly excelled in and enjoyed, our talents and abilities would enable our communities and our planet to thrive. If you haven't connected with your purpose, look at your quirks and what they are telling you. What makes you unique? Look for the positive sides of your oddities and traits. Things you have considered shortcomings might be the qualities that enable your gifts. Are there things you'd like to try or feel pulled to explore? Now is the time to follow these whispers. You never know what they may reveal. And we did have the Ace of Wands here. With the Star card, and this alien here is giving me the energy of Aquarius, which is very quirky, very peculiar, very weird, very strange, very alien. And that's the energy of Aquarius. Likes to be a little bit detached, but also has really interesting, special, unique ideas that can be a little bit out of this world, quite cosmic. If we look at David Bowie, he's a great example of that. He was an Aquarius himself and also had Leo in his chart, I think in the 10th house, where everything aligned zodiacally, astrologically, to make him the person that we all know today into a household name. So that's a great example. So with the Ace of Wands here, again, there's this fresh new energy and fresh new desire to be inspired to go and pursue something that you really see yourself having great growth and potential in. This could be anything that's creative or even spiritual. And with the last card here, with this green, lovely Lemurian angel being, with all of these eyes here, looking at the world with the eyes of love and opening up your heart chakra, this is where you find true infinite wisdom and true bliss. Beautiful. We have home. Beautiful. That makes sense, doesn't it? So wherever your heart is, that is where your home is. And that's mainly the message for you for 2023. Pile 1. Our way home to oneness and the truest part of our infinite selves is to know ourselves beyond the socialized matrix of mind-constructed reality. When all sense of flighty survival drops away, a deep sigh radiates from the safe space within, where you can ground dreams into realities. Deep heart-based presence is a direct portal home. Align with your temple space. You have dreams, visions, and may yearn for etheric realms. But it is when we are fully present in our bodies that we can actualize ideas and make a difference. Be grounded, find your home. The deeper our roots, the higher we can reach into the heavens. And that's exactly it. And that's a lovely card to end for you, pile 1 for 2023. The deeper you ground your roots, the higher you reach towards the stars, the heavens here. We have the star card, which is heavenly. We also had number 77, which is heavenly too. And we have 8 over here and 2. So 8, 2, 7, 77, 88 and 22 are going to be significant. These are going to be dates or even times that you're going to be seeing throughout 2022. Now with the mirror card here, the father card, the threshold and the desert, we have numbers 65, 66, 67, 68. So 68 here rounds down to a 14. The 14 number is the energy of temperance, so balance and healing. Balancing out your own energies, making sure that you don't overgive or undergive. Make sure that your own cup is filled and full. 14 rounds down to a 5, and that's where we see these big changes happening in your life, where we look at our own mirror here. And maybe there have been times where we've looked at the mirror and we've had illusions with the moon card. We've had illusions about who we really are. But I do see pile 1 in 2023, you're going to be breaking free of illusions, and you're going to be setting your heart and soul free into being a true mirror and reflection of who you really are. So that's beautiful. With the father card, we've already said here, with the 11, there's a portal opening up for you here. There's also an important partnership here and an energy of feeling more whole in 2023. The father, you could literally become a father in 2023. There's also an important masculine in your life who you could be healing from, maybe with regards to trauma or even a father figure. You could also be meeting a divine masculine who's going to be a true reflection of who you truly are as well. And for those of you who are rising into this masculine authority, you are going to be diplomatic in your place of work. You are also going to be getting multiple offers of partnerships as well at work. Be discerning, make sure that people come in with the right energy. And I also do see that you'll be traveling a lot for work as well. And I see that there's going to be more balance as well. Great opportunities happening for you where you really plant those seeds and you're going to be seeing the growth, and you will be reaping the rewards of your hard work over the last 10 years even, or even the last cycle. And the next cycle in your life is going to be very positive for you too, and abundant. With this number here, with the threshold, we have 10, 50, so that's 60 and 5. So we have 65 here. 65 could be your age. 65 rounds down to an 11 again. So we have 11, 11. Interesting how these two cards came out together. Twin flame energy, soulmate, higher vibrational, divine counterpart connections here. This person is on the threshold to coming into your life. So get prepared, be ready, and release your ex. Get your energy sorted out, clean your energy as well, clean your vortex, your physical, energetic, spiritual and mental vortex. And then we have the desert here. So we have 10, 10, 10, that's 30, 35, 36 and 37. 37 could be your age, 7 and 3 adds up to 10. And we have that closure and starting a new beginning and a new cycle where maybe you felt alone, you felt abandoned, you felt like the desert. But magic happens in the desert where plants grow and creatures do thrive. So there is going to be abundance and creativity as well as fertility in many different ways for you in 2023. So I do hope you've enjoyed this reading, pile 1. If this didn't resonate with you so far right to the end, then you may wish to look at pile 2 and pile 3. I do hope this has resonated with you. If you would like to go deeper and go more deep into your specific situation or concerns or worries or anything about your finances and your love life and your life purpose, you know you can book a reading with me, and I deliver 3 different types of readings for the tarot. I have 3 tiers, so you may wish to have a look at the website where this is explained clearly. You can book a reading with me directly on the website. You send me a question and I answer your question through a recorded video, which I send directly into your inbox. I also do shamanic healing, which is something that you may wish to partake in, as I do see that there are some energies and blockages and maybe cords where you are attached to a toxic ex, or even just an ex in general who you're wanting to release from. This can be done via Zoom, and this is kind of more of a direct session with me as a one-to-one. I also provide the tarot as well. So if you would like to book a session with me, you can do this directly on the website. If you have any queries, send me a message. Either way, I'm wishing you so much love, joy, abundance your way. Good luck. Let me know how it all goes, and take care, beautiful souls. Catch you in the next reading. Bye for now. Pile two. So welcome to your reading. So what are the blessings coming for you, pile two? So I've got my little jacket on and it's probably bashing against the table. Hopefully it's not too distracting for you. So pile two. Just having my cup of coffee and some ginger. All right, so we have the shadow. Okay, we have the shadow. We have the box. This is the archetypes cards by Kim Krantz. We had underneath that Aletheia. Okay, so interesting. You may have been drawn to pile one as well. I'm sort of picking up on a similar theme of shadow work or reflection. We have the storm. Okay, this is giving me the energy of the tower. All right. So, okay. All right. So what are your blessings for 2023, pile one? Sorry, pile two, my apologies, pile two. So pile two, what I see is that you are going to be entering into a vortex, and that vortex is going to be quite alarming, but I wouldn't say alarming in a bad way. It's like you have to reach further, deeper into your soul, is what I'm hearing. And this is part of an awakening process that you will be experiencing in 2023. There may have been some sort of issues in the past, or even in 2022, where you may have been playing small, and you may have felt that you had to play your part in the system, as in the matrix. So there are many different types of matrices. Excuse me. The matrix that you were living in was limiting, and it had disempowered you, I'm hearing. And it really kept you in your shadow. So there was a collective reading that I posted out on Instagram on abstract_medicine, where I spoke about the gem, which is also one of the cards from the archetypes. And I was channeling this energy of the individual being a gem and being someone who may have been hiding their light under a bushel to fit in. So what the cards are saying to me, and what I'm channeling and feeling intuitively, is to not dim your light. Pile two. So pile two, I see that you are going to be going through an awakening. So we have many awakenings, many enlightenments. And I see that 2023 is going to be quite radical for you. Let me see. Sorry, I don't think you can see the cards fully. I'll try my best with showing you all the cards. Yeah. You may also be experiencing a storm that may be passing in your life. So you may have gone through some sort of difficult experience lately in even 2022 that, you know, where that storm may be now dissipating. I look at the numbers afterwards, but I might have a look at them later, or now rather. Sorry, I'm just fiddling with the stars. I'm just really drawn to this card in particular, the box, and this light that's coming out of this box here. So the shapes here, they're quite, you know, sort of square. We have sort of squares here that have been detached, so turning them into diamonds on, depending on your perspective of them. So if you look at them like this, you know, this way, then it's a square. But we have diamonds here. Again, it's the energy of, you know, I think 2023 could be a year where the pressure of the last few years may actually turn you into a diamond in, you know, from the rough. So we have this sort of diamond shape here, the square here, the square here, and then here we have a lightning bolt. Okay, all right. Let's have a look at the Lemurian cards here. So we have this beautiful creature here. So there's a mermaid here. She's half human and half fish. So we could be dealing with a Pisces here. I'll read the cards at the end. We have this gorgeous card here, where there's a lot of energy coming out, lots of lines and shapes. This is giving me the energy of air and water. So I do feel like a lot of you who picked this pile have air and water in your chart. And unlike pile 1, you've only got 3 of these Lemurian cards, which is fine. So I'll just place them here. And we have Beyond the Mind. Whoops, I wasn't meant to see that, but yeah, we have air energy here, which is the mind, and we have all of this blue again, which is giving me the energy of water. So interesting. Sorry. Sorry guys, and the candle's just gone out, so I'm going to fix that for you. So yeah, a storm's a brewing. I'm hearing a storm's a brewing, if I haven't said that already. I feel like a storm is a brewing. And this candle doesn't want to light. There you go. We do have roses here. You know, roses are the signs of romance and love as well. And this card and this card here, sort of, they work well with each other. Now the diamond could also be a diamond in a box. So this could actually be a proposal that I could be picking up on here for some of you. With the romance here and blooming, it seems like you kind of are opposites of each other, or opposites of the same coin. You know, so that could be significant. I just feel like there's something exciting happening here. With this sort of circle here and this drop, I am seeing this in my mind's eye, kind of reversed a little bit. The clitoris. So there could be a sexual awakening here as well happening. And, you know, this could be taking place on a singular level, so through Tantra, or this could be done with a partner. So I feel like some of you, pile 2, could actually be initiates of Tantra. And we have this box here, so there's something opening up here. And I would say that romance, yes, is blooming, but it starts from within. Okay, let's have a look at your other cards. We have number 13, and we have the Knight of Swords with his sword down. We have a child playing with a stick and circle. So this child is entertaining himself. This is a boy, looks like a boy, on his own. He seems to be distracted by something though. If you can see here, he's sort of, his hand and his gesture is around this activity, but his eye is looking at something over here. Let's see what he's looking at. We have the bear here. Okay. We have the bear. So if you've listened to pile 1, you'll see that the placement of the cards will be slightly different. So the bear for me, you know, this is the Lenormand deck. The bear for me sort of looks like, it reminds me of bears taking hibernation for 6 months during the winter. So maybe, pile 2, you have been hibernating over the last 6 months, or even in winter period from people. Maybe you've also been just not been sexually active with another individual as well. So I do see that here. I also would say that with 15 and 13, we have 15, which is the number of the Tower. Let me just double check in my astrology book. I always forget my no, the 15 is the devil, of course. The 15 is the devil, and number 13 is death. So, you know, something that may have been a storm for you in your past, maybe over winter or even during autumn and summer, may have been someone who you were sexually intertwined with, where you had a lot of connection, a lot of sexuality and sensuality and desire for. The heat was on. I'm hearing the heat is on, that song. And I just feel like I just heard Now is the Winter of My Discontent by Shakespeare. So pile 2, I see that you have been discontented. Maybe there's been a separation from another individual. And in 2023, what your blessings are, they're coming through. They're coming through with other cards. But we're just looking at the general energy first from your past, and then just see what else we can pick up on. You know, you're very deep people. You're very deep people, pile 2. You don't necessarily need to say very much, but you do feel very much. You feel a lot. Now with the death card, there is an ending here with number 13. There had to have been a transformation in a situation that you were dealing with that may have made you feel discontented, maybe during the winter months. Now we have the the Knight of Swords here with his sword down. So the Knight of Swords could be someone that you may be dealing with, or this could be your own energy, pile 2, in 2023, or maybe that you've dealt with already, who is someone who's very ambitious and action-oriented, okay? This could also be with regards to work. Now, this could also be you having the ambition and drive to actually read more books with the Knight of Swords. You know, Swords energy does talk about the intellect, the mind, attitude, you know, towards mental and intellectual advancement. This is also someone who is thinking a lot. So this could be someone that you're dealing with where there could be an age difference between both of you. And there could be a masculine energy, you know, because I am sort of reading this as a signifier here, who could be very well thinking about you a lot, but their sword is down, so they're not taking any action, or they haven't taken any action because there was an ending in a connection to communicate with you. There does seem to be a lot of play and activity here that is positive. But then with the bear is giving me the energy of a mother bear, someone who's very nurturing and maternal. It's interesting though, because this bear is out of the cave. So the bears come out of the cave during springtime. We have this shape here that to me looks like a musical note. So there could be some sort of happiness and harmony coming through during spring, and joy. And maybe what this child is looking at, which is you, pile 2, is looking towards transforming pain or endings that have been difficult and have made you feel discontented and in your mind space and in deep feelings and emotions, into happiness and warmth. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 of wands plus 2, which is 10. So we have 10 wands here. And I do see that in your past, there has been something that you had to let go of that was quite burdensome. Or maybe there had been a lot of extra responsibilities that you were dealing with work. Maybe a completion that needed to happen in a project, or a completion here in a connection. Now we have 21 and we have this cliff top, or this mountain. 21 naturally gives me the energy that there has been something that has completed here. There has been a cycle that's completed. 21 is the last card of the major arcana, which is the world. So the universe has been calling you to look above and beyond something here. This also could be something that you're maybe ambitious about embarking on. So this could be an activity, a connection. It's quite vague at the moment. We're going to get some more cards, obviously. So, get cozy, because it's going to be a long reading. So we have this cliff top and this mountain. For me, the mountain or the cliff talks about traversing all obstacles. So needing to go above and beyond something. It will take commitment, dedication, and hard work. Exercise your energy and all of your energies possibly to reach that top. Maybe you've already reached that top in your past. Or maybe this is something that you constantly do in your life, where you experience the ebbs and flows of life, the ups and downs, right? So pile 2, what I'm seeing for you, what the blessings are for you for 2023, it seems like you're going to be getting some respite and warmth and happiness and a lighter spirit in 2023 after a difficult period of your life, where there had been some extreme highs and possibly some extreme lows. Now, I do see that in 2023, you are integrating your shadow and your light aspects, which is a good sign, because it seems like you are now ready to alchemize something magical. Okay, we have 3, 6, 7, 8 of wands here. So, we have a lot of communication, a lot of activity. 8 of wands is travel. So, you could be moving fast, moving quickly towards something. There could be someone taking action towards you. There's more of an alignment here, as I said, an alignment between the light and dark, an amalgamation, an alchemy of magic here. So, things are going to be completing for you. And you're going to be starting fresh, is what I'm hearing. And would you have a look at that? We have number 26, this beautiful book that's pink. The journal is open, or the diary is open or half opened with the lock here. And we have 26 here, which is adding up to 8. So can you see how the cards are telling you that there's positivity coming your way? Financial abundance, prosperity. 8s can also talk about negative thoughts, like the 8 of Swords can. They can also talk about movement, which we had here, travel with the 8 of Wands. And they can also talk about, maybe an apprenticeship or a skill development that you're creating in 2023. Maybe that skill development could even be a book, writing a book, reading a book, and as I said, having a goal to read more books in 2023. The 8 can also talk about leaving a difficult situation behind, as we do know from the 8 of Cups. I failed to mention that 2 and 1 adds up to 3. 3 for me, so 3 is my life path number, for example. So this could also be your life path number. We have number 3, number 6, number 4 and number 8 as life path numbers in numerology. So have a look at that. These numbers could also be your year, okay, for 2023. So in numerology, we have a numerological year for the year as well. And you can do this online. You can just find out online what my numerological year is. So it could be 8, 3, 6 or 4, or these numbers 8, 6, 3 and 4 could also be your life path number. These could also be phone numbers and dates. With the 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 and 10, we have 2 10s here and we have that completion energy here. The SHIT storm has passed, so don't let it perpetuate within your mind. You have to let that go. You know, sometimes with storms, there are blessings that come through as well. I can also see this hand coming through in this image, which you may not be able to see, but there is something quite interesting about this card. Spectres of light. Spectres of light. And the storm, you know, storms, there's a lot of activity in storms, lots of movement, isn't there? And we have, you know, lots of movement here with the 8 of Wands and travel. 8 of Wands does also talk about communication as well as love, air travel in particular. Lots of loving messages, receiving lots and lots of text messages. Your phone could be blowing up a lot in 2023, and this could be your blessing. Your blessing does involve travel as well in 2023, part 2. And your blessing also, I would say, involves maybe some level of responsibility that you could be embarking on in a new activity, a new project, a new goal. But I would say it's going to be very pleasurable for you. This could also be, you know, a dream that you want to create, an activity that you've been wanting to pursue, exercise of some sort, maybe even mountain climbing, or even going to see bears, you know. Bears are quite very reclusive animals too. But, you know, they garner a lot of respect as well. So in 2023, I am seeing that you could be coming out of your cave of hermit mode, but also 2023 is telling me that you are going to be receiving a lot of respect from people, your peers at work, because they see you as someone who's hardworking. And I can't help, again, I keep seeing this musical note here. You could also be listening to more music, you could be singing, you could be involved in music writing or some sort as well, pile 2. So your blessings for 2023 are shaping up quite positively, I would say. They're looking good. Now, with this journal here, I would say that there is something that you are writing about that you're keeping close to your heart. This is something a very pleasurable experience for you, writing, journaling. I do see that as a blessing for you for 2023, writing a gratitude book, or even just giving thanks to, you know, you coming out of this storm. Every day, this could be a daily entry. There's also, I would say with this, the image and the feeling of this card, it's giving me the energy of love. There's love involved here. And with the 10 of, did I say 10 of Swords? I meant the 10 of Pentacles. With the 10 of Pentacles, this is happy marriage potential. And I did mention that love is on the cards potentially for you for 2023, where there could be an engagement here. And I did talk about a diamond ring in a box. So this could be a pleasurable surprise with regards to love, where there could be a life-changing experience for you, pole 2. for the next 10 years of your life. So this is amazing. This is beautiful energy. I do also see a lot of financial abundance and wealth coming in for you. So that's a major blessing for you coming in for 2023. Luxurious items. We have all this gold and ornate gold here, gilding. You're able to buy and purchase the furniture that you want to buy in 2023. You may even be moving or relocating or even having multiple homes. One of these homes could be up a mountain or in a forest. Okay? But I do see travel. And I see that you're going to be more financially stable. You don't need to worry about money so much. Pile 2. And that also, again, is reflected with the 8 here. 2 and 6 is 8. So that's gorgeous. So whatever you've been putting out in your work, that you've been working really hard towards your goal in the last few years, or even in 2022, where there may have been a storm happening that had to come in because the storm brings the winds of change. So something had to be cleared out for you to bring in this blessing. 2023, you could be feeling a little bit of the storm energy at the beginning of the year. That's just natural because it's dissipating. But I do see that whatever you've been putting into is coming back to you like the infinity loop, like a boomerang effect, if you will. Look at that. We have number 2 and we have a bouquet or flowers. So for 2023, I do see that love is on the cards for you, and we do have a partnership here with number 2. Now, I just want to get one of those booklets, just to be clear that this is a very strong potential for you, because the Lenormand French cartomancy cards can be a little bit tricky to read. So we have clover. So the clover indicates being grateful. So remember I mentioned about gratitude and writing a gratitude list, or just being grateful. Gratitude for your fortune, and use the accumulated capital for new undertakings. Yes. So this also could be someone who could be grateful for you. They have deep admiration for you as well. They want to come in and play with you. And maybe this is someone who hasn't spoken to you in a while. There could be an age difference here. There's also the 3 and there's also the 6 of Pentacles here. So we do have an energy here of giving and receiving. Yeah, so we have gratitude and giving and receiving. So there is a reciprocated energy here. Sharing wealth and generosity. Maybe being a bit more charitable. The energy of balance either way. 2 and 2 looks like 22 for me. So one of your blessings in 2023 could have started to come in 2022. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 could be numbers that you will be seeing a lot in 2023 as well. I have to say. 2 could be your life path number or your year number. But either way, I do see a partnership. I mean, I just feel it in the cards here. And there could also be a financial investment that you're putting into your career, your job, buying a home, property, investing in something, investing in travel, flights, investing in, whatever you know, some people like to put their money into, so for example, like for me, I'll just give you an example. I travel a lot anyway. I love traveling. I have Sagittarius moon in my chart. And my dad was a travel agent for 50 years. So he's also Sagittarius. So, I've got travel in my soul, essentially. And so pile 2, when I was receiving, substantial amount of money coming through my work, I would invest in it, obviously through my rental. So I rented a studio and also a loft apartment. So the studio was for my work as an artist, and my loft apartment was for my home and healing practice. as you know, for those of you who've been following me for a while and listening to my videos and seeing the different types of table settings as well for the tarot. And I would invest the money that I was getting in through my artwork, through travel. The money that was that came in through the tarot readings, they went through the cards, they went through more training about cartomancy. I did masterclasses as well, you know, just perfecting my skill sets so that I'm able to be a better clairvoyant and psychic for you. And that continues to happen. So if you ever book a reading with me, the money goes towards and into and back into the tarot or the healing services I provide. So when 2022 kind of hit, January, literally the first month of January, during New Year's, I was intensely looking at houses to buy and purchase because, you know, it came to a point where I was able to now, you know, invest and put, you know, a deposit down for a home. So this took a level of risk, which is giving me the energy of the Fool card here, you know, this childlike risky behaviour. And it did take a level of risk, pile 2. And so I used that deposit and the money that I had, which was very, very, very burdensome for me, for example. And so maybe this is something that you're going to be experiencing for yourselves in 2023. You know, you put a lot of effort and investment in lots of paperwork and all of that, but you still give thanks. Thanks that you have the money and the means to do it. But sometimes it can be a lonely road. But anyway, 2023 hit and I did that and I put the money towards a home. Now, it wasn't plain sailing. It took a few months to get cleared and sorted out. And I was still renting 2 studios for 3 months. So I had money coming out of my pocket for 2 things, my home and my studio, as well as my potential home. So it was very scary times. Financially, this year has been difficult. But I'm starting to see, and obviously I've been giving thanks to the availability of this money that I had to put towards my home. But I'm starting to see now that the benefits are coming in now. Yeah, so all of that hard work in putting money towards the home and everything is starting to stabilize and pay off. All right, so this could be you yourselves in 2023, where you could be putting money towards a home. And look, honestly, I did not see this card, I promise you. We have a home here. What? We have a home. Pile 2, this is gorgeous. Wow. So pile 2, we have a King of Cups here. We have someone in love. Someone who wants to play music to you, wants to play music. If they don't play music, if they're not musicians, they don't sing necessarily. They might sing along, but they are someone who likes music around them. They want to serenade you. They're very heavenly sent, I would say. And I would say this person has a lot of love to give. This person may ask you to come together and move in with each other. Now, this could be a home in the country. Let's have a look at the home card, number 4. The house. Set aside fears and whims and confront each test rationally and realistically. Exactly. Harmony between husband and wife and within the family. Profitable business and inheritance. Yeah? So we have success here with number 2 of cloves, and we have a profitable business and harmony between a husband and wife. Now, I did mention a proposal here as a potential, which is amazing. So we do have a very strong potential for nuptials. For, if it's not nuptials, it's a proposal, an engagement. Okay, so yeah, beautiful. And also a move to a house, and anything that you're investing in energetically or even financially it's going to profit. It's going to profit. Okay. And then lastly, with the Lenormand card, we have number 10. And we have this chaff and I've forgotten what that's called again. Cutting the wheat from the chaff, but I forgot what this is. An axe? No, it's not an axe. But we have this Knight of Pentacles here. Number 10. Again, closures here. Number 4 in the tarot does talk about firm foundations, home. Number 4, let me see. Indeed, is the Emperor. So we have a divine masculine energy here. So with number 10, we have the sickle. So this is the sickle, yeah? So the sickle, give in to a breakdown. It will signal the start of a new life. Breakdown, collapse of certainties. So there has been someone with whom you've been connected. I'm going to get one more for you, why not? Hang on. Where there was a breakdown, possibly even a breakup, a cutting, an ending here with number 10 that we can see. And it's because this person, I would say, did have a lot of love to give, but they may have not been financially stable here, because the Knight of Pentacles isn't quite the king yet. They're on their way to being a king. But they are someone who works very hard. So you may have been dealing with a hard-working, productive person who may have been quite conservative with their emotions. So this combined with this is giving me the energy of someone who's not quite ready. You know, someone who is ambitious, action-orientated, very driven, very hard-working, you know, very productive. This person also has a lot of love with the 10 of Cups. Sorry, with the King of Cups. Someone who's very emotionally balanced and compassionate. And you may have been dealing with this person. Now, this could also be you, because the energy will shift and change. So whatever I'm picking up on, take it into consideration with your situation. So I feel like this person, they themselves and you possibly, has been facing the shadow and has been going through a really difficult time with love, with regards to love. Now, with this card here, there's two roses here, one that's white and one that's black. We have a white here and we have like a grey here, and then we have a black here. So we have this opposition. So this person may have been dealing with two different love situations. One that was very dark and difficult to deal with, and it was a real storm. Storms, you know, bring a lot of chaos and uncertainty. And maybe this person wasn't ready to be in a connection with you, possibly. They had a lot of love to give. Let's have a look at this card, but they weren't quite ready. But I do see an engagement, and I feel like this person is leveling up and coming into their Emperor status, where they're more in charge and more confident, I would say, about their finances, as well as about, you know, there's no issue with how they truly feel about you. We're gonna bring this card out in a second. But it's more about fear of a connection, and so maybe they had to cut it off with you. Okay. So 26 is the diary. So the diary here, you can't confide the plan you've had in your heart for some time to others. You will find the best advice within yourself. This also talks about intimacy, secrets, and pleasant memories. So again, you both have pleasant memories for each other. As I said, with the mountain here, there is a cultivation of ambitions here. There's also a desire to rise above others. So in your line of work in 2023, you have a bit of a competitive streak, I would say, and that's fine. With the bear here, you may have been dealing with difficult people or disputes as well in your past. And I would say that the storm is clearing, as I mentioned before, in 2023. So your blessings are that the storm is clearing. And also this person may have, you know, with this energy and the messages I've been saying, this person may have been dealing with a dispute with someone. And they may have needed a mediator. And there may have been lots of impulsive words and actions and conflicts with regard to the past person they were dealing with. So I do see a separation and even a possible divorce as well that this person was dealing with. I just want to say as well, with number 13. So this is actually a little girl. I thought it was a boy, but this is a little girl. It says, enjoy achievement, but don't take it too seriously. Destiny has other plans for you. Fun between friends, happy but brief relationship. Yes, so there was possibly a happy but brief relationship in your past with this person. I get the energy that this person wants to give back to you and reciprocate. And I do feel like they're wanting to come back and reconcile with number 21. And we have number 35. I believe this card came out in pile 1. So we have 35 and the anchor. So, you know, I do feel like there is someone here who is wanting to stabilize a connection and a relationship. I'm just going to have a look at the booklet because it's just easier. Okay, and more time efficient. These could also be ages as well. 35. You should insist you have what it takes to do it. All you need is time. Yeah. So that's exactly it. This person, all they needed is time. And for you, your patience. So I would say your patience is going to be paying off. This card also talks about reasonable hope, effort, successful over time. Yeah? Beautiful. And I would say that this person is also wanting to affirm and stabilize this connection and relationship. This person could also be asking you to move in with each other as well. I also do see, as I said before, a home. A home is going to be significant, and travel abroad is going to be significant, and a specific individual who is a divine masculine is going to be very significant in your lives. Pile 2. We have the 4, 8 and 9. So we have the 9 of swords here. So let go of anxiety and worry, and that's something that you're letting go of in 2023. Your blessings are that you will no longer have nightmares, you'll have pleasant dreams, I'm hearing. And there's a lot of hope here, and, you know, calm after the storm as well, with the sea just being completely calm. With 5 and 3, that adds up to 8 again. So we have 8 and 8 here. So that gives me the energy that both of you are sort of drawn to each other, almost like the Wheel of Fortune. You are destined to be with each other. Pile 2. All right, so pile 2. Let's get into the tarot now. We have the Chariot. Amazing. So, okay, let's just get all the cards out. Ace of Cups, 5 of Wands. What did I say? The Emperor. Here it is, the Emperor. Yeah, the Emperor. 3 of Wands. 6 of Cups. 4 of Swords. 9 of Cups. King of Wands. Let me see where I should put these. 6 of Pentacles, which came out here. 8 of Wands, yeah, which came out here. 2 of Pentacles. 9 of Wands, which came out somewhere. Where did it come out? That's the 9 of Swords. There was the energy of the 9 of Wands anyway. and the 10 of Swords. Oh, the 9 of Wands came out around this message, yeah. 10 of Swords and the 4 of Wands, see? So look, I just want to say, I'll cut to the chase here, pile 2. I don't want to keep you waiting any longer. You're going to have a beautiful year, pile 2. After a time of respite and reflection, and maybe even solitude after a heartbreak, because the 4 of Swords comes after the 3 of Swords, there's going to be a reconciliation with a soulmate. This soulmate is your divine counterpart. You mirror each other beautifully. What they lack, you have. What you lack, they have. There may have been some sort of detachment or even conflict between them and you. You may be dealing with someone who has had a lot of conflict in relationships, and this person had to end a relationship that was very, very difficult to deal with. This person was highly burdened by that past connection. This person could be a father. This person may have children of their own. This person loves to travel as well. This could also be your energy. Remember that the energies come and go. So I could be picking up on your energy too. This person was dealing with a very difficult conflictual dispute, possibly a relationship breakdown that had to end in divorce, at least a separation or a complete ending in a relationship. And this cycle had to end with a 10 of Swords here. We do have love here. This person came into your life as a new love prospect, maybe in 2022, or this person is coming into your life in 2023. There's a wonderful fresh energy that's coming in 2023 with regards to love and love, invocations of love and love messages in 2023. This person is going to be traveling towards you, or you may be traveling towards them. Either way, there is a lot of desire, there's a lot of love, there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of energy and movement that's fresh coming into your connection. This person also wants to reciprocate their love and also their finances and their stability, because they are now in a position of balance here with the 6 of Pentacles. They are wanting to give and receive as well. They're wanting to share wealth with you, and vice versa. You may want to do that too. Maybe this has been a time for you in your recent past, or even now in 2023, the time of you listening to this video in 2023, or even at the end of 2022, where you may feel more financially stable and you're now wanting to give acts of charity or acts of love that is based on giving gifts. This person could also be a gift giver as well. This person shows their love through gifts and lots of communication and is quite romantic. This person could also be burdened as well. But anyway, I also see that the blessings that are coming in for you is that you will be receiving a proposal and an engagement and possibly even marriage here with the 4 of Wands. Does talk about a lot of celebration and is the marriage card, is also the twin flame card. This is the card where two divine counterparts come together to create a divine partnership, a loving, high vibrational divine partnership. Now that's not to say that there's going to be difficulties along the way. Of course, that's just life. But you kind of help each other smooth out each other's edges, I'm hearing, and you dance with the rough and the smooth in your life and in your lives that you will have together. Yeah, beautiful. I also do see you moving into a new home or buying a new home, or even moving in with each other here. Home is going to be very important. Home is where the heart is what I'm hearing. This person is finding wish fulfillment with you because they have a lot of desire towards you. They find you highly attractive. They find you very ambitious, and this is something that really turns them on. This person is also very, very handsome or attractive, beautiful, regardless of gender. And they are someone who does not give up easily. Okay? 2023, your blessings are mainly love related, home, stability, comfort and joy after a lot of pain and disaster. I do see that the tables are turning in your favor. 2023 does involve you traveling, but also remember your patience here with the 3 of Wands is, your ship is coming in, so your patience is being rewarded, and that is your blessing for 2023, where love is coming back into your life with a significant person who is your divine counterpart. With the Six of Cups, this person is from your past. If it's not from your past in this lifetime, this is a person from your past in another lifetime. And they are your soulmate. They are your wish fulfillment. You are going to be emotionally more balanced and happier. You're going to be feeling very smug in a good way. I do see that there are some sort of, let's say, tweaking factors that need to take place in your life, in your work life, where there needs to be a bit more of a balance between life and work balance, yeah? So I do see that you're going to be continuing to work hard towards a project and a goal to be more financially stable and on top. This could also you being a bit more commanding with your presence in a respectful way, remember with the bear. But I do see that there is an important line of work, an important position that you're working hard towards in 2023, a role that's going to be very important to you in terms of work, or even a goal, or all of these three, that is going to be taking a lot of your attention. And this is going to require a lot of patience and dedication and hard work here with the Nine of Wands and the Three of Wands. I do see that there is going to be a transformation in your line of work, and there is going to be an elevation in your line of work that is going to require you a lot of perseverance here. This can also ask you to travel for work as well, and work with people from other nationalities potentially as well. There is overseas travel without a doubt for 2023, and this is your blessing. What else here? As I said, you'll be financially more balanced. You could also be investing in a car and a vehicle here, so congratulations for those of you who are buying their first car. What else? I also do see children as a potential here for 2023. If it's not in 2023, this is a potential for the next few years of your life with each other. Let's see, the King of Wands. Yes, you are a natural born leader, and you will be leading by example in 2023, pile 2. This is your blessing. You'll be more entrepreneurial. You'll be an entrepreneur. You'll be more financially independent. You'll also just be more elevated in your line of work. I do see a lot of respect as well being given to you and offered to you. A lot of honor. And I do see someone who's a visionary here. Someone who is creative in particular here with the wands, and also I also do see a new project that you're going to love in 2023. There is an emotional awakening here. Remember, I did talk about the storm being another awakening in your life that you will be experiencing. You're going to be feeling very, very creative. Pile 2, in 2023, your blessings are major creativity is coming in that's new and fresh, new energy, and also spirituality and intuition, and I would say inspiration as well for you, 2023. For some of you, you could also be wanting to work on an endeavour that may require you going back to school and maybe becoming an apprentice or even a student as well, possibly. With the Eight of Wands, I would say that things are going to be moving really, really quickly after a time that has been quite slow and possibly even where there hasn't been very much activity. Your patience is being rewarded, so get ready, because I would say conserve your energy at this time, because 2023 is going to require a lot of energy, a lot of activity, a lot of movement. And you may not necessarily have time to brush your teeth, to, shower. That's what they're showing me. That's what they're showing me, Spirit is showing me. But it's not just that. It's more about, there's just so much going on here for you in 2023 that you're just going to need to manage your time better. And prioritise what's really important on your to-do list as well, 2023. There's also a need for flexibility and adaptability. Okay. Let me see what else there is before I get into the romance cards. Well, we have definitely confirmed this divine masculine energy with number 4 and the Emperor. An important father figure in your life. Is going to be, I just heard, giving you away. That's beautiful. This father figure may also live abroad or overseas. Okay. This divine masculine energy is coming into your life, romantically speaking. Could be an Aries. Doesn't have to be. Has a lot of passion, desire, a lot of fire. This person could also be a Cancer. Does not have to be either. Those are the major signs that I'm seeing here. What else? Either way, you're both each other's wish fulfillment. You're also going to be fulfilling a dream in 2023. Now, I don't know what that is necessarily, but it does involve something creative here. Very, very creative. A vision that you set out to pursue and create is happening for you in 2023. So think outside of the box on that. This could be anything. This could be a book, writing, a journal, just something that you've really wanted to achieve. It's happening for you in 2023, and it's going to bring a lot of celebration. I do see there's going to be a lot of happiness and activity with regards to friends and people that you love dearly. There is going to be a ceremony as well. And again, a new environment, a new home that's going to be very stabilizing for you both. Let's see what else before I go into the romance cards. You'll take some time to have some relaxation. So, you know, there's also just a heed of warning, because there's going to be lots of activity and lots of like things to do. 2023. I see that, you know, say for example, you're getting ready to, you know, for a wedding, right? So you might need to, you have a long list of to-do things, getting the this and the flowers and the that and the this, and where's the location going to be for the ceremony and the wedding and like all of this. There's going to be a time of relaxation, you know, with your partner, but also for yourself. That's important to take time away to meditate and reflect. But also with your partner here, I am seeing a honeymoon as well, before and after. We have playfulness, okay? So this could be a hint about your person who's very playful, very flirty. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Finances and career. Okay, so the other message is that you could be dealing with someone, a very significant masculine in your life as well. This could be romantic, as well as a boss, an important leader in your life who's going to really be helping you to physicalize the vision that you have for creative endeavor, for a creative project. With the Five of Wands, I do see there is competition. So you could be working in an industry that's very competitive. Like me, for example, I'm in the art world. It's quite a competitive industry, isn't it? Ace of Cups is art as well. You know, the arts, creativity. Either way, there is a lot of changes and changes happening. But I would say this is a good thing. It's a good thing for your line of work. The Chariot is telling me that you need to just go full throttle into it. Now, let's have a look at the Tarot and Astrology book for the Chariot, just because it's quite nice to see different interpretations of the cards. Okay, where is it? Chariot is Cancer energy. For me, it also does talk about Leo as well, because it's cardinal, but it's, you know, someone who's taking action. And maybe this is someone who didn't take action before and now they are. So this also talks about motherhood as well. So for those of you, again, who are wanting to have children, there is someone who's also had a change maybe in their heart about having children with you as a positive. If they didn't, then now they do. you know, the Cancer is also the home as well, isn't it? So we have that energy as well of nurturing. You know, your finances and career either way are going to be connected to your love life. Now, your divine counterpart, this masculine energy, this could also be you yourselves as a masculine energy, is coming to not to help you in a charitable way, but to support you. So your finances are actually going to grow together. And we did have the Ten of Pentacles here in the middle of your reading. So, you know, if your finances have been a bit dry lately, then they're not going to be dry. They're going to be very fruitful. We have let go of control issues. So that would be talking about the Emperor energy. So for you, pile 3, you're letting go of control issues, controlling how a situation should unfold in love, controlling how a situation should unfold at work. You're just going to be a little bit more relaxed in 2023 with regards to your controlling issues. And this stems from a place of worry and concern here with Ten of Swords. Because you may fear of not being valued for your hard work, possibly. It is safe for you to love. Open up your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Okay, so that's what you're going to be doing in 2023, pile 2. You're going to be opening up your heart into a new love connection. So this person is coming back into your life in this lifetime. Regardless, either way, this is someone from your past who's returning. And I would say also, if you haven't met this person yet, this person is coming back into your life in this lifetime. Either way, this energy is fresh. It's a fresh energy of love. So it's safe for you to love. This person is also feeling like they want to be safe to love you. And it says, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. We have the Six of Pentacles, which does talk about giving and receiving. We have free yourself. So you may have freed yourself from a controlling boss, possibly, pile 2 in your past. And you're feeling a bit more free because now you're in charge. Love that. What did I say? Engagement. So again, we do have an engagement here. There's a very strong potential for all of you, pile 2. Your love life is ascending to a high level of commitment. So for those of you who are single and are just thinking, what on earth, I don't even know anyone at the moment, then I feel like that's going to be changing for you in 2023, where you will. And it's going to eventually lead into an engagement and a connection that's going to be elevated, and you'll move in with each other, or you'll do one of the things before or after. You'll move in with each other first, possibly. I also see for a lot of you, pile 2, for those of you who are already in a connection, your connection is elevating and changing and transforming. Now, if none of these messages actually resonate with you already, just go to pile 1 or pile 3, all right? You can also, of course, book a private reading with me. But either way, there is an elevation in your connection. You are ascending in your love life. And this love connection is something that is very unique and magical here, with the unicorn here. This person is looking at their woman's finger because they've put and placed a ring on their finger. Remember, I spoke about a diamond in the box, love life, reciprocation, and the wands, 4 of wands as well. We have retreat. So this is the energy that I was getting about the honeymoon. So we have a honeymoon happening before and after, I would say, the before and after the, what's it called? The engagement. It's time to disconnect from the world. Yeah. Your love life is very sacred, pile 2. Both of you like to be with each other a lot. And it's not in a codependent way, I would say. It's actually in a very loving way. Yeah, beautiful. I love that. Very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So pile 2, we have this energy of someone coming back into your life very soon. Yeah, very soon. Hopefully you can see all of this. because you've decided what you truly want, and this is a blessing. So your lover is coming back very soon, or coming into your life very soon. Let your friends help you. So 2023, you're going to be having friends and people around you who are going to be very supportive, and they're going to help you accept support as well. And you know, this person is getting ready for a wedding here, so you know, we have important choices to be made about who's going to be the maid of honor and all of those things. And we have new love. Exactly. So 2023, either way, there's the energy of a fresh new love coming in. So again, for those of you who are already in a connection, there's a fresh new love coming in. This could be a new person who has stirred your romantic feelings, but this, I would say, is also someone who you've known before. They're coming back into your life, and there's this energy of fresh new love energy with the Ace of Cups, the new love card. A love of self and self-care is also important and needed at this time too. There's also this free yourself card as well, I have to say, reminded me again of the box. So don't dim your lights to fit in. Pile 2. 2023 is asking you to be unique. Be as quirky and odd and bizarre as possible, because you are a unicorn. A unicorn is not meant to be in a zoo. A unicorn is not meant to be in a cage. So go and express yourself and be free. Lastly, we have the Whispers of Love cards. And we have appreciate this moment. So if you'd like to take a screenshot of that, you can do that now. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. We have 33 here, which is significant. And we have this beautiful individual who is holding a conch. So for a lot of you, I am picking up on that you are Pisces. In particular, you have a lot of water in your chart either way. You're very magical creatures here. And I would say that you are maybe teaching in 2023 or learning about your past experiences. You're learning to set yourself free. You could also be changing your hairstyle as well in 2023, dyeing your hair, just maybe styling your hair in a different way. I don't know what that could be. Purchasing jewelry as well that you've been wanting to purchase for a while. I also do see a lot of fertilization here. So 2023, you are fertile for a lot of creative ideas, and you're very inspired. You're also very fertile as well at this time. 33, the number is going to be very significant for a lot of you. And the last card we have here is be willing to express love. So again, you know, don't be afraid to express love in 2023. Express love to receive love. Yeah. So this person could also be doing that too, where, you know, there's an act of giving and receiving here, as I mentioned before. Express love to receive love. Sorry. Take a picture of that if you like. Screenshot that. This person is looking, these two individuals are both looking at conch shells. A lot of you are able to read the crystal ball. A lot of you are able to tap in to the your higher consciousness and the universe, spirit. A lot of you are psychics who picked pile 2. So the numbers that I've mentioned already, the 222s, the number 8, number 6, number 33, number 4, 44 is going to be very significant for you. You already know that already, those numbers. I just feel like you're going into something, a vortex, that's a vision that you've already seen before, maybe in your dream state, or even through a modality like, I don't know, like cartomancy, for example. I do also see that you're expressing your own inner child as well. It's coming out. So let's have a look at these numbers here with the shadow. We have 25, 26, 27, 28. 8 and 2 adds up to 10. So again, there's this darkness, the shadow is closing out in your life, and you're starting a brand new cycle here. Beautiful. There's something life-changing happening for you in 2023. We have 10, 50, which is 60 and 4. So 64 could also be a number of significance, could be an age. 6 and 4 adds up to 10. Again, we have 10 and 10. You can't make this up. 10, 10. We have this number here, which is 50, 60, 70, 5, 6 and 7, which is 50, 60, 75, 75, 76, 77, which is 13. Now we did have 13 earlier, which is the death card. So, you know, again, there is another ending. There's major endings are happening in your life, pile 2, in order to make way for a new dawn, a new love life, just fresh air energy in 2023. 2022 for you was quite heavy. And 3 and 1 adds up to 4, which again is the energy of stability and foundation. And a home is going to be very significant for you. A physical home is going to be very significant and important in 2023. There's also someone who feels like home for you in 2023. With the Storm card, we have 10, 50, 65, 66 and 67 again. So 67 again is 13. Oh my gosh, again another death energy. You have strong Scorpio in your chart as well, so you experience the ebbs and flows of life. You experience transformation, you experience change a lot, and I feel like there's going to be an ending of that kind of karma now. Yeah, and so I would say that there's going to be 10, 10, 10 and 10 energy. 4, 4, 10, 10, 4, 4. 1, 1, 4, 4. 11, 44 is going to also be an important number for you. Wow, lots of endings. Now, last but not least, let's have a look at these cards here. This mermaid that came in at the very beginning. Shine your light. Exactly. As I said, shine your light. Don't dim your lights to fit in. No one can do you as you can. Yet we sometimes feel that we need to be a certain way, a way not aligned with our authentic self. It takes discipline to do what we love, especially if we are natural givers. It is easy to get caught up with other people's lives. Tending to our own needs harms none. And we will have a lot more to give. It is time to collect our light and our shit, collect our light and shift the vibration here on earth. Starting with our inner sense of being. You are a sovereign being. Regain compassionate empowerment and remember what lights up your world. So you are very compassionate. I am picking up on very strong Pisces as well here. Make time for yourself as well. Don't dim your light. Okay, so with this card, this one here, we have crown chakra, the unlimited self. So you are going to be receiving a lot of downloads in 2023. So pole 2, you are already highly psychic, and I feel like your blessing for 2023 also involves, because you have so many blessings coming in for you in 2023, also involves a lot of spiritual advancement. And as I said before, you have another awakening taking place in your life in 2023, and this is with regards to love. You could also be psychically connected with your lover. The crown chakra is your link to the multi-dimensionality of your being, the seat of your soul. It gracefully connects you to the heavens. The infinity symbol of limitless appears. See, remember we had lots of 8s as well. The infinity symbol, which is the 8, of limitlessness appears within the unfolding petals and points to your most potent potential. Here you can delight in the divine strands of light that dance with us. When we are aligned with spirit, purpose and truth, be present and flow without rigid outcomes. Find more space in your life, find your own way to meditate. Explore the state of flow and be receptive to the intuitive messages you may receive. So indeed, in 2023, you'll be meditating, you'll be receiving lots of messages from spirit. You'll be freeing yourself as well. You'll be freeing your mind. You'll be freeing your mind out of a specific matrix that you've left behind. You're also garnering a lot of attention with regards to your writing and your poetry. But either way, you will be more poetic in 2023. And we have this card for 2023 for you, pile 2. Beyond the mind moves us through the logistics of life so we can function in the world. However, endless mental chatter, self-doubt, limiting stories, and subconscious programs can keep us in our suffering. Step outside. Mind-based imitations, looking at things in an overly logical way, will hinder you and obstruct access to your superpowers. The past may be running you and making your mind spin so you cannot see what is really in front of you. Consider what your heart and your gut are telling you. What would the situation at hand feel like if you released all fears and worries? Are these concerns even yours? So pay attention as well that you're not picking up on any other person's energies, to be able to create a boundary as well of your own energies and others is important too. But also to release fears and to recognize them, but release them as well. And to let go of control issues, and you're going to be more in flow in 2023. I do hope these messages have been helpful. And as I said, go to pile 1 and pile 3 if they don't resonate with you. If you would like a private reading for 2023 with regards to your love life, specifically and what's going on with your love life, then do let me know. As I said here, we also have 33 as a number which is going to be significant for you, and number 6 is going to be significant for you. Either way, there's going to be way more balance. 3 and 3 adds up to 6. You know, you're gaining mastery. You're also leading by example as well in 2023. Beautiful blessings for you. More balance, more harmony. If you would also like to have a shamanic healing session with me, which is done via Zoom, you can also book this directly on the website. All the information you need is on the website, but if you have any queries, you can send me a message or an email. You can find the information on my website to contact me. That's all I have for you. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Pleasant journeys along your travels as well. Let me know about your love life. Take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you in another reading. God bless. Bye for now. Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. So, pile 3, we're going to be looking at what are your blessings coming up for 2023. So, let's have a look, shall we? You may also be drawn to pile 1 and pile 2 if the messages do not resonate for you fully as well. So, let's have a look with these pre-shuffled cards. So, the first card we have from the archetypes is Anima Mundi. We have a star here as well. We have the signs of Jupiter, Pluto. We have quite a few astrological signs here. Yeah, interesting. And we have all of this colour. I may be picking up on the LGBTQ plus community here, possibly. All right, so I'll put this here. The next card is the Pilgrim. Okay, so I'm picking up on Virgo energy here in this card too. Taking a pilgrimage possibly for some of you in 2023. Somewhere around the world, somewhere in another place in your state, or it's not close to where you live. It's kind of like a sacred pilgrimage I feel like some of you are going to be embarking on in 2023. For some of you, this could also be a spiritual journey that's internal. Okay. We have the one. To come back to oneness, to come back to a sense of wholeness. You know, anima is the spirit of the world, the soul of the world. And we have this person, I don't know if you can see, but this person here in the middle is meditating to connect to the soul of the world. So some of you may also be drawn to, I mean, obviously, if you're here in abstract medicine, you're very much drawn to mysticism, but some of you, I do see that you are mystics, or mystics in the making. So you could be learning some doctrine, spiritual practice as well, 2023, which is going to be very important for you as you go within, come into your connection with the all-seeing eye and connecting to the one, the universe. Now, obviously, it depends on which sort of spiritual tradition you're most inclined to, but you know, there is an ultimate being, but there's also many other deities as well that you may be offering. I just heard sacrifices to. You might be offering an altar to. The star also could be very significant for you, pile 3, in the year of 2023. So you might be seeing the stars. You might also be connecting with the constellations. So you might be focusing more on astrology possibly in 2023. I mean, I know that I will be focusing a lot on astrology, so I just want to learn more about it. So yeah, this could be you too, where you might be studying about the constellations. In 2023, we have the ring. Ooh. So, you know, with the 1 and the ring, I have to say that there could be a very significant other in your life, a very significant partner in your life coming in or solidifying your connection with each other in 2023 through a proposal. Now, I have been picking up on, just before I get into your, you know, other cards, I just get the sense that in 2023 it's going to be a bit more balanced than 2022 has been. Okay. If we add up, I didn't do this with pile 1 or 2, but if we add up 20 and 23, that adds up to 5, 6 and 7. You know, this is going to be a spiritual year for you in particular, but I think it's going to be a spiritually more balanced energy for the collective in general. So you could be receiving a proposal in 2023, pile 3. Yeah. I mean, I have to say, with the numbers here with 1010 and 101010, which is 3, so that's 300, sorry, that's 30, and we have 20 here, so 20 and 30, 2030. The year 2030, so you're going to be going on a spiritual quest from 2023 to the year 2030. Okay? So that's 7 years. Again, that's 7 years. Interesting. So you're going on a spiritual quest for 7 years from next year, from 2023. Time of this reading is 2022, December, at 8 in the morning. So I just feel like there's something very spiritual. We have all the smoke as well for you. You could be partaking in a spiritual ceremony as well, where there could be, you know, the burning of coca leaves, for example, in order for you to connect to your higher self, connect to spirit, to receive the messages. A lot of you are high priestesses or high priests. If not now, but you will be becoming that in the next 7 years. It's a very important year for you. There's a very important cycle for you, 2023. So these are the blessings that are coming for you. And as I said, I also do see a proposal here for some of you. Either way, this could also be a connection that could be elevating to a higher status between both of you if you are already in a relationship with someone significant. So this could be, you know, from a friendship to a romantic relationship, from a romantic relationship into, you know, moving in with each other. From moving in with each other, it could be an actual proposal or having children. It's just going on to the next stage of your lives, part 3. And as I'm reading your energy, I just feel quite peaceful. I feel quite peaceful reading your energy. I feel a moment of silence is necessary and needed. So you're going to be taking lots of sacred pauses as well during 2023. I also see that the eye is going to be very important for you. The eye, so the the distinguished eye is going to be connecting to you more prevalently. The distinguished eye being the eye of Horus and the eye of greater knowing of the universe here. The crown chakra eye is going to be also amplified, and that's going to be a blessing for you in 2023. We have, you know, light shining from the crown energy of this individual who's meditating. We have an eye here. If you can see that, we have an eye right here. And I'll just show you here as well. You can see that. And then here as well, we have this eye, but you know, it's kind of like a vortex into the universe. So again, I feel like there's going to be a very important pilgrimage of the soul, a spiritual quest, and also a very spiritual romantic relationship is also solidifying in 2023, and those are your main blessings. So let's have a look at the Lemurian deck. Excuse me 1 second while I blow my nose. I just heard tell it like it is as well. So a lot of you are going to also be, you're going to be a bit more, I wouldn't say abrupt necessarily, but I feel like you're going to be a bit more unapologetic with what you say, because you know who you are. Pile 3, 2023, you're entering a time of your life, a stage in your life for the next 7 years, that's gonna also solidify your own inner knowing, to thine own self be true energy. So there's also that where you just don't, it's not like you're out there to hurt people with the words that you speak and say and evoke, but it's more about just being very candid with what you say. Okay, I also do see that you are entering a point of judgment here of no return, I'm hearing. So usually the judgment card tends to be something that is, of course, an awakening and a resuscitation after a moment of death or a period of death. So you may have experienced a dark night of the soul energy in the last few, I don't know, months even. I'll look at the numbers at the very end more so, but I would say that you're coming into a reawakening of who you are. This isn't really an awakening for its own sake or just another awakening like many people do have. I really feel like you've already been initiated many times over. You have spiritual understanding on a soul level about many mystic teachings that could also, you know, be reactivated or tweaked and enhanced and polished up even more so. I just feel like there's a judgment energy, so you're entering a doorway of no return. So you are now 2023 coming into your truest self, where there's no longer going to be a return backwards into a self that you no longer identify with. So this is a release of the ego, and this is the assimilation into oneness, wholeness, and the assimilation of that, and the reduction of the ego, and the reduction of the I energy. It's more the I is connecting to the we, if that makes sense. And we have, I keep wanting to say 300, but it's not 300, it's 30, because we have XXX. Okay, XXX also can be, sexually charged, highly rated, extra energy could be coming in as well for you in 2023. So those are also your blessings. Anyway, I do see 2 people becoming possibly 3. So it's an integration of mind, body, soul, the Holy Spirit, the energy of the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost, and the human identity of your own self. You're becoming a master or a mistress of a specific teaching, which is absolutely incredible to tap into. I also see you could be the age of 30, possibly. But, you know, from 20 to 30, that's quite a big jump. That's 10 years, possibly, or a 10 year. It's like you're going through a quantum leap in 2023 for the next 7 years of your life. You are going to be a very different person from who you used to be. You're going to also be feeling a bit more protected if you didn't feel like that recently or in the last your last cycle of life. You have all of these gems around you. So you have protective people. This could also be, you know, people that you are connecting to as well. And they're becoming part of your circle as well. Excuse me. I just feel like there's this amazing protection here. With the Star card, you know, there's a connection with the celestial spirits as well. And number 5, again, five-pointed star, is the energy of, with the circle, is the energy of the pentagram, which is the energy of protection as well. So that's beautiful. So you are going to be protected. So whatever quest you are doing, you will be protected. Whatever ceremony you will be doing, you will be protected. You know, it just as a reminder, just to keep asking for that protection as well. There's no real need to, because your soul has already made a pact into what it is going to be doing and participating in for the next 7 years of your life as of 2023. So beautiful. Okay, so now pile 3. I'm going to have my coffee and we're going to go to the Lemurian deck. Okay, so we have this card here for the Lemurian deck. I'm actually going to be reading the messages at the very end. Okay, so if you'd like to take a screenshot of this person, you can, this card. So we have, you know, this person who's looking at these butterflies here in bubbles. So yeah, you're going through a transformation, possibly, but there's something, your spirit is enlightened, it's higher. You're going to be seeing something, your eyes, you know what it is as well. A lot of you are going to be clairvoyant or highly clairvoyant, where you're able to see things the let's say the normal physical eye is unable to see. So you're going to be seeing auras, possibly. You're going to be connecting with the moon. I do see a lot of activity at night as well. So, you know, dream states and activity in the evening in particular. Beautiful. We have this card, which is a mermaid. You can see that. Blue colour. And we have this DNA as well. Look, can you see that? Coding. Gorgeous. And we have other codes as well. We have coding here, coding there, coding there, coding there. So it's DNA. If you like to take a screenshot, you can do that now. So I see here pile 3. You are indeed going to be connecting with Lemuria. So it's funny because pile 1, pile 2, they also had the Lemurian deck that was pre-shuffled as well. But for you, I feel like you are actually connecting with Lemuria, an ancient civilization that lived underwater. And I would say, to be honest, there is still an ancient civilization, which is actually a modern civilization that continues to live underwater. We just aren't able to see it. But you will be able to tap into these creatures, these beings that are, they are also connected to you because you come from the same ancestral line DNA thread, is what I'm hearing. So you could also be channeling their messages as well, and you could be meditating to connect to them. And what they're saying is that they are you and you are they, are them. Interesting. So I see that for you in 2023, where you are going to be connecting with like-minded people. We also have this starfish here at the very bottom in the corner, which is reminding me of the 5 here, the star. So again, I feel like there's a connection between the water world and the constellation. So there is a specific constellation that you will be, or even a planet, that you will be connecting to in your own pyramid position whilst meditating, as you will essentially be the telephone that connects to them and yourself, your soul, and the constellation or the planet. I just had Venus as well. So this could also be a pyramid portal as well, between these nations and the nations above. So remember, it's the energy is as above, so below. And okay, side note, I really like Urban Outfitters. I mean, I don't, not all of their principles are great in terms of, sheep, sourcing of wool, for example. But I often like sort of perusing their, book section. And in Urban Outfitters, they've been really pushing a lot of the spiritual books, tarot books, and which is great. But a lot of people think that it's just basic. I can read the tarot and I'll understand it. I mean, yes, of course, we are all psychic beings. We're all spiritual beings living in a human body. But these terms and phrases of as above, so below, they kind of get thrown around, and the actual meaning is sort of cast aside, if that makes sense, because it ends up being a buzzword essentially nowadays, which is fine. I mean, to be honest, I think again this has been a cycle that we've already been going through in humanity of wokeness. I don't think it's just this is our first rodeo. And I feel like maybe the spiritual beings underwater are also going to be telling you that as well. The true nature of spirituality and its teachings as well. They're going to be teaching you a lot. These water beings, incredible. Can you also see we have stars as well here in this card? So again, there's this energy of these little bubbles of butterflies. And the stars. It's almost like these butterflies, they could be underwater within these bubbles of protection too. So I just feel like there's a travel. It's like the energy of Jules Verne travels into I can't remember the title of the book, but I read it, into the center of the world. It's essentially the quest, the journey to Shambhala, okay, to the inner world. Now, with that in mind, one must be careful, surely, which I already know that you are aware of. Shambhala, there are many different stages to get in. Dante speaks about it in his books as well, Dante Alighieri, where you must be careful because there's the sort of inner perimeter of the entry into the underworld, which is not the underworld, but like the inner core of the planet Earth, okay, which can be ridden with sentient beings that have very low vibration and negative intent. So you have to kind of avoid that. And I feel like there's something that you're going to be doing where you're going to be getting information about how to navigate. You can do this spiritually too, how to access sort of like special doorways and enter there to avoid these beings and being seen. Because, even in the spiritual journey, whatever it may be, what you're partaking in, this could be, ayahuasca, or whatever it is, that there are still rules and regulations that one must partake in. So I feel like you'll be connecting with the inner earth as well, and you'll be going there through these navigational systems, these maps that these water beings are telling you to use. Yeah. Okay, and then we have this card here. So this lovely being with the heart pulsing and vibrating. So Take a picture of that if you like. Yeah. So again, a mermaid here as well. I also see sea kelp here as well. There's kelp, sea kelp. Sea kelp, I just got this hit just now, where sea kelp was used by the Lemurians to connect. It was like their drug, let's say, their medicine to get to travel to a specific destination without physically moving. Yeah. So, you know, I am speaking quite abstractly, but I get the sense you understand. Your healing abilities are also going to be highly enhanced, because we have this creature whose hands are like this. Her hands are vibrating light, and it's the energy of the soul, again, connecting with the heart center. And then we have this sneak peek here of a similar creature that's reminding me of the Magician card. Have a look at that, take a picture of that. She's also doing the same thing, but it's elevating. Remember, as above, so below. And we have the infinity, excuse me, we have the infinity loop here. We also have a scarab beetle here, and, you know, the scarab beetle's wings are open. Now, the scarab beetle is the symbol of the gods in Egypt, but also the symbol of, I would say, death to transformational energy into the afterlife. We also have dragonfly, which for me just now reminds me of imagination. I have the dragonfly little coin here, which I found in London now, like 3 years ago. And underneath that we have imagine. So I feel like this reading in particular is for you, because I don't usually pick this out, but that's for you there. Beautiful. I'll leave that here for you. So the dragonfly totem is going to be very significant for you. Scarab beetle as well. So you'll be seeing that in 2023. You know, so what other blessings are you getting for 2023? To be honest, it's mainly of a spiritual nature indeed. The people that you're going to connect with are going to be very spiritually inclined as well. I don't mean just for its own sake, you know, going to Urban Outfitters and buying some tarot books and, you know, self-improvement books. No, this is more about the depth of the soul, and these people have already experienced many spiritual journeys like yourself, and are going to be working with you. Now, these people could also be working with you in ceremony, yeah, as other priests and priestesses. I also see here with the heart vibrating, you have healing hands, I think I remember. So in 2023, your blessings for the next 7 years from 2023 will involve you healing people's hearts. Not saving them, but healing them, because you are healers. I also do see that your heart will be fully healed as well if you've been going through some transgressions, I just heard. There's alchemy involved here. There's a lot of communication. I'm picking up on strong Gemini energy. I also picked up on Virgo energy as well earlier. So these could be some important signs. Goes without saying, this could also be Pisces, or you have Pisces in your chart in a predominant way. I also heard preeminence. So you have this majesty within you that is emanating, that was preeminent earlier in your last cycle. And now in this cycle of your life, it is actually emerging. So again, you know, to thine own self be true, 2023, the next 7 years, you're going to be really becoming who you've always wanted to be, who you've always dreamed of being. You're becoming who you really are. And that's why you've experienced certain heartaches, I'm hearing, certain betrayals, possibly even. Because people didn't see you really, they wanted to dim your light. They didn't want you to succeed. And these were lessons that you had to learn in order to really discover who you truly are, okay? And who you are going to be. So you've passed the gauntlet. That's the 10-10 energy of the Judgment card energy. And you are resuscitating, but actually becoming your truest self. Beautiful energy. And the healing hands is also another message that, you know, the next 7 years of your life, you will be healing, like putting hands on people, but also some of you are already partaking in, You know, I am picking up on a specific sister of mine who's a Reiki healer here. So this could be her listening to this video, where she herself does DNA reconstruction energetically. So this is something that she also will be doing if she's listening to this video, but this could also be something you're doing. This could be doing Reiki as well, you know, or a form of Reiki like myself, which is shamanic healing. Okay, right, let's see what else. You know, the colours for these cards in particular are purple. So I've made a note of that. They're purple. So again, you know, the crown chakra opening, the third eye opening here. A very spiritual year for a lot of you. 2023 who picked this pile. Beautiful. I love it. Okay, now with the Lenormand deck, we have the boat. We have number 3. So remember I spoke about 300, but it's actually 30. No, so number 3, 30, 300, 20 is also going to be significant for a lot of you. Pile 3. So we have 3 here, 33. Let me just see, you can see these cards, yeah. 33. That's the tarot, which we'll read later. So your ships are coming in. Travel could also be important for you, or you're going to be involved in travel for 2023. You know, I'm also seeing 7 and 3s here. 7 and 3s, 7 and 3s, and which adds up to 10. Okay, so I'm seeing that with the numerology too. You could also be involved in numerology. That could be one of your blessings. But also, I really see that it's mainly whatever goes around comes around. It's the energy of the wheel. And we have this ring here. We also have the infinity loop here. So whatever you've been planting, whatever you've done energetically, physically, or said to other people, it's going to come back to you. Now, I do instinctively feel that you are very, let's say, quote unquote, good people. You have lovely souls, good souls. So I feel like you have a lot of blessings coming in. You're also very protected, but also connected to your friends in spirit. So you have many people in spirit, guides in spirit, beings in spirit that are always surrounding you, and you already know that. You've had this knowing, inner knowing, since you were a child. Okay. So anyway, with this boat here, let's have a look at the Lenormand. Oh no, that's not it, that's the other one. I mean, to be honest, it's more the energy of good news coming in either way, isn't it, with the travel? So this is the French cartomancy, la cartomancia francese. So, depart without regrets. It's time to discover new horizons. Exactly. Relaxation, a pleasant trip, a vacation. So, you know, this could also be your blessing, a vacation, a holiday, to vacate from the world. But mainly I see a lot of you, it's going to be a vacation of the physical body to connect with the spiritual realms. Pile 3. I will just say that I am feeling there's a little bit of difficulty with breathing. And I wasn't sure if it was just me, but I feel like, because, you know, I am clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient, claircognizant, I receive messages also in my body when I'm reading for people. When I read the energy of you, there's a blockage a little bit around your, you know, and this is no surprise with what we've been speaking about, around your stomach area. And there's tension there. It's like you're holding in air and you're finding it difficult to breathe. So what you need to do is just to relax your breath. So let's just get the bowl. And take a few deep breaths in. Breathe out. Breathe in. breathe out. There's just a little bit of tension, which I think, you know, maybe I'm picking up on that from 2022 or the last cycle that you've experienced, pile 3. So I would say that breath work is also going to be very significant for you, particularly hatha breathing is also going to be significant for you if you're going to or wanting to, which you will be anyway, transcending, connecting with the spiritual world. You know, there's a specific type of breath that you can take in order to activate the pineal gland, to open that up and to have essentially a psychedelic experience without necessarily having to take medicine or, you know, of any kind. Okay, so breath work is going to be important. There's also this energy of breathing underwater for some of you. A connection with water, again, is going to be very significant for you for the year 2023. 29, okay, so we have 29 here. So number 3 is the energy of the Empress. So we have the Empress here, divine feminine energy here, no surprise with kind of what was messaged before, but I also did pick up on LGBTQ+. Some of you could be coming out in 2023. Some of you are creatives. Number 3 is a number for creativity. We also have a female here, or a woman identifying person here. We have 29, 9 and 2 is 11. Again, this energy of new doorways. I also get the sense that this woman has been waiting for a while. Now, we did have a gentleman. I can't remember, I think it was in pile 2. And there was a gentleman in pile 2 that was also on the precipice of their own establishment, their home. And there's steps here. So maybe this person is waiting for her ships to come in, for blessings to come in, for someone to return. Now, the Judgment card does talk about a reconciliation as well in love. And we do have the ring. And I did speak about the infinity loop and what goes around comes around. So there could be someone that you've maybe been waiting for, pile 3, who's going to come back around for 2023, and this is going to be one of your blessings. Let's have a look at the breath work is also still something that you're going to be continuing to work on, pile 3, all right, in 2023. So we have 10 of swords here. So again, remember I spoke about the energy of betrayal, the energy of distrust that you'd experienced. You know, you're now going to be blooming and healing that energy of betrayal, healing the energy of painful endings that you've experienced, the letting go of wounds, you know, deep wounds of the heart possibly, the letting go of, you know, loss, crises or crisis in your life that you may have experienced recently. And now I would say there's the energy of clarity here with the Ace of Swords. So there's going to be a breakthrough here. Could also be communication, but you know, the Swords energy also does talk about the mind. Excuse me. There's also a blessing there for you because I've sneezed. Clarity of the mind here, communication as well, but clarity of the mind through meditation, through the crown chakra opening. Remember I spoke about that. So with the Ace of Swords, there's also mental clarity and also success for a lot of you coming in with how you will be successful in your communication with your spirit guides, wherever they may be, in water, in earth, in inner earth, above, in the celestial system. 22, there you go. I do see love here for you. 22. All right, let's have a look at these cards in the booklet. You may or may or not hear my washing machine going. So I think pile 2 we had the gentleman, pile 3 we have the lady. So trust a woman that loves you. She will always do her best for you. You have a particular guide who is a female who will be working with you as well, as a side note. This is also an indication of a loved woman. a sincere friend, and a powerful ally as well. Okay, with number 22, we have a path here. So there is a path. There could be a choice that you might need to make with 22. You know, twos do talk about choices, decisions as well. Can talk about just a choice or a decision with a partner. But I would say you're getting clarity of who the one is, the right person for you. Right in soul, mind and body for you. But you get clarity in your mind about this. Okay, so 22 is going to be an important number for you, and your blessing for 2023, for the next 7 years of your life, is decision making. So you're going to be more decisive with the choices that you make. You'll be more clear. You won't be you won't be dilly-dallying, I'm hearing, about a decision that you will be making, or generally decision making. You have this inner knowing in 2023, the next 7 years of your life, that you will be more clear with what it is that you want and what it is that you don't want. And that is part of your blessing, is mental clarity. Now we have this woman here who's reminding me of, you know, the Queen of Pentacles. So she is someone, and this is, I would say, you, for a lot of you, you are females or female identifying feminine energy, who carry this energy of understanding what your self-worth is. Now remember, I did pick up on Virgo energy here, and we do have Virgo energy here with the Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is Virgo, Capricorn or Taurus. And she is essentially the minor arcana of the Empress here with you 3, which is Taurus in particular, but also can be Libra, which is exalted in Pisces. Now that marries really well with the messages that I was picking up on with regards to the zodiac signs. Some of your blessings as well for you, Pile 3, is some beautiful garments. Being able to purchase items that you've been wanting to purchase for a while. I also do see, again, your blessings involve travel, a journey. A lot of you, this involves a spiritual journey that could also be taking place while you physically travel to another place in the world, while you make a pilgrimage to a physical place in the world, possibly. I just feel like there's a return coming in, and that is your blessing. If someone wasn't clear before about you, they will have gained mental clarity about what it is that they want, and they're coming back. Now, the journey overseas can be a few days, you know, a few months, even a year. This person may have been away from you for, let's see, with the Swords energy, this could be during the spring. This person could be returning. Possibly, and this person may have been away from you, let me just check my little thing, for a year, maybe even during the winter months. Okay, 23 here, we have the mice. So something irritating had irritated you, something irritating. These are kind of petty annoyances with the mice here. We have number 23, interesting numbers here. 29, 22 and 23. So, but also for me, the mice, I don't know why, but they always remind me of Ganesh, and how Ganesh had big ears, but also had to make, you know, the symbol of Ganesh is also with a mouse. So the mouse for me is also paying attention to the details, which is very Virgo energy, very earth energy in general, isn't it? So I think that one of your blessings for 2023, Pile 3, is paying attention to the details. Getting clarity, getting clear about very specific things. You're also people in 2023 who will be very accurate with your readings and your healing, with your channeling, with very accurate details as well, Pile 3. And Ganesh is also the symbol of prosperity and abundance, and also the god that defeats obstacles. removes obstacles. It's the energy of Michael as well, Archangel Michael too. So anyway, let's have a look at the mice. Admitting your mistakes will be the first steps towards not repeating them. Complications in business, errors, false friends. Now, I think this is from the past because you've already dealt with betrayal and deceptive energies. Now, pay attention though, because this is actually really something that you will be picking up on anyway through your meditation practice or your spiritual practice. That there are people who did you wrong, who may want to come back in to play their trick again, play their card on you again. And this is, I would say, not really so much a warning, but it's about choosing your battles, but also not involving your energy with them. You are protected, spiritually protected from these people too, so this could also be you maybe being practical with the words that you speak. So maybe being diplomatic and saying that you're abroad or you're unavailable to meet them, if that's what they're wanting to do. Okay? So there could have been some complications with business, possibly. We have the 6 of Wands here and the 7 of Wands. To be honest, I get the sense that these are people who have been deceptive because they wanted your success. Interesting. They wanted your achievements, possibly. These are people who also were a bit of a challenge for you because they're very competitive. But as I said, you do have spiritual protection. This is also the energy of asserting your boundaries as well, isn't it? With the 7 of Wands. So continue to persevere towards your goals. We'll have a look at what your goals are in a minute with the tarot. But just do you, essentially. And don't waste your energy with petty people, petty gossip and petty competitive individuals. They're just not worth your while or your time, and they create tears in your aura, is what I'm hearing. So make sure to protect your aura. And we have number 1, we have the 1 here, so I knew it, we have the 1. So it's my washing machine going crazy. Horseman, don't fear change, but don't forget the tradition that led you to where you are. Pleasant surprises from a man, you see. So we have a man coming in and he will be a pleasant surprise for you. Pile 3. I would say this person definitely has love on their mind. And that's the 9 of Cups here as well that we have here. So they're rushing in. You don't even see them coming, okay? They're rushing in, you don't see them coming. And they are your true match. They are the one. So that's your main blessing. As I said, remember I was picking up these energies before, and now the cards are coming through. Subtle energy. This person is someone who's, again, makes decisive actions, and then they execute. They know what they want. And they're coming through. They're coming in fast here. You know, this person was the gentleman that came in pile 2. So this person was also on the precipice of their home, but they've left their home here. They've chosen the path. There's the path. And they're galloping quickly, fast-paced towards you, avoiding all obstacles. Isn't that amazing? They're on their way, and you're waiting for them. Beautiful. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. We have 1, 11 here, 22. So 11 and 22 are also going to be numbers for you that you could be using with your magic, your rituals, whatever it is that you'll be doing, spiritually speaking, in 2023, only for the highest light, for the good of mankind, remember. We also have the energy of a portal here coming through here. There's opening here with the 11. So this person is clear in their mind. They know what they want. This person could be Gemini, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Virgo, or Pisces, or possibly Taurus themselves. They might have Taurus maybe in Venus or some sort of placement like that. We have number 12 and we have the birds here. Okay, so gorgeous. So this person may have been away from you at a distance for about a year, 12 months. I would say this person is wanting to come in and create a home with you. Okay, so this is a blessing for you. Carefully examine a job offer before consenting. Detailed analysis that provides new outlooks. Okay, so there's that. But for me, this is birds of a feather flock together, and this is the energy of one, when two become one. 12, we have 1, 2, 1. We have a one-to-one. This person is wanting to communicate with you, chat with you, get to speak with you, get to know you better. We have 3, 6, and 7 of Pentacles here. So this person has a long-term view about you. This person wants to persevere towards you. They want to see an investment with you. You know, this person's very practical, but again, they know what they want. You know, il gran signore, the gentleman, knows what they want. They might take some time to just wait and balance their options and think about it. But once they get clear, they know what they want. It's the energy of the Emperor. You know, they don't make any decision. They don't make any choice. They don't make any action until they've come to a concrete decision and they've weighed up their options themselves. Pros and cons, yeah? So, I would say this person is coming to your home or returning to you. Coming to your home here is also significant here. That's what I'm sort of seeing for you, pile 3. Now this could be an individual that has a lot of masculine energy. So regardless of gender, this is someone who's very masculine, you know? I just feel like you're someone who likes to create a home. You're very nurturing energy. You're very, you know, you kind of also have it all. You have beauty, brains, and intellect, pile 3. And I just get the sense that this person also sees that. They see you as their dream come true. They see you as their ultimate person, the ultimate person they've always wanted to be with, that they've dreamed of being with. And I see that this person isn't going to take long to really realize that themselves, but they might take some time in actually taking action to come to see you. But once they've taken action, it's the energy of the Chariot. They come full blazing ahead, you know? So you might be expecting this because you have spiritual understanding that they are coming. So that you could also be going to a tarot reader like myself, or a healer like myself, for example. It doesn't have to be me, but you know that they're on their way. But even when they come in, it's still going to be a surprise for you. It's kind of going to be a bit of a shock still. That's what I see. And this person, you know, together you'll be making each other's dreams come true. This person is very romantic as well. There's a lot of contentment coming your way, either way. And with the 9 of Pentacles, 3, 6, 7 of Pentacles, I also do see that you're going to be paying attention to your work, paying attention to the finer details about maybe a project that you're taking part in, a goal, or whatever it is. There's the energy of being a bit more methodical, you know, and this could lead you to a sense of madness too, because with the Magician, she is a bit mad, you know. The Magician is also the sorcerer or the witch as well, okay? So there's something that you're developing, some sort of skill that you're developing here that's kind of going to drive you a little bit crazy, but I would say in a good way. It's better to be thorough, but to not go into an energy of analysis paralysis. Just be really thorough with your commitments and with your tasks at work. All right, lovely. We have number 11, and we have this whip here. I think there's a whip. Let me have a look at the card. Okay, number 11. Broom and whip. Don't let anyone influence your values or plans. Misunderstanding, futile discussion. Okay, so I actually think that this is the past energy. So you've experienced people who were trying to influence your plans, which is what I mentioned here before, because they're competitive and they want to have the success that you have, all right, or the achievements that you have, and they would rather bypass to get to that success rather than experience and go through the long journey themselves. Now, I feel like this is a past energy, and I feel like you learnt this lesson already. We have 11, remember, so this could have happened in November. You may have experienced that in November where you had a particular person. This person could have been a Knight of Swords energy, someone who could have said something to you, someone who was highly ambitious, someone who was very driven to succeed, very fast thinking, but someone who had something negative to say. This is actually the Knight of Wands, but I was picking up on the energy of the Knight of Swords. This person could have also been quite aggressive here. I'm picking up on the shadow energy. This person may have said something very, very spiteful and difficult to swallow, really, for you to hear. I just get this person was very impulsive and aggressive. And I feel like you've already dealt with those energies. And this person may have really knocked your confidence. And I feel that pile 3, you're kind of coming out of that. Okay, beautiful. And then we have the 3, 6, 7, 8 of Cups. You know, and of course you moved away from this emotionally dissatisfying experience because you knew that you deserved better. You had to leave a situation that didn't make you happy. You had to literally, physically, possibly even travel away from this energy or these energies. And I think that this is the blessing that's coming in for you, is because you've, again, remember that karma energy of what goes around comes around. By you leaving that difficult situation, blessings are now coming in. Now, those blessings, as I said before, is a match made in heaven here in terms of romance. I see that your spiritual acumen, your spiritual experiences, your spiritual knowledge is going to be massively enhanced. You're going to know what to do, what to make. It's like you're elevating in another dimension on Earth. I see a lot of you are going to be experiencing the fifth dimension on a 3D level in more occasions that you would wish for, because you're entering a 7-year cycle of deep spiritual illumination. So that's what I'm seeing here for you, pile 3. I also do see that you're going to be very methodical with what it is you're doing at work, with work. 32 is adding up to 5. So the 5 energy is quite a sexual energy. It's the energy of marriage as well. But it's also can, in numerology, well, in the tarot, can talk about challenges and competition and lots of changes as well. But I now see that these difficulties and these challenges are now coming in as great changes that need to take place. Transformational energy, which we picked up with the butterfly here. Now let's have a look at the moon here. The moon, it was a scary period for you. Things weren't really coming to light. You weren't really fully illuminated. It's like smokes and mirrors energy. You were experiencing a smokes and mirrors energy from someone who was saying, look, I'm really ambitious. I want you to succeed. I want you to do that, this, that. But they had their own interests in mind. And I feel this person had put some sort of spell on you that you allowed, because you see the good in people, pile 3. And your lesson was to learn not to be influenced by what these people think, say, or do, but by their actions, but also to trust your own intuition. So we have, when judging a person you have just met, follow your intuition. Exactly what I said. Realizable dreams, revelation, and omen. Yeah, you experienced a revelation. There was, you've experienced an omen, and this negative omen is turning into a positive omen, where there are clear skies, there's blessings coming in, you know, there's news, there's good news coming in as well with the boat as well. Oh, look, I spoke about messages and we have a letter here, so there you go. And, you know, this is exactly what I'm picking up on. We have a message here, a love note, a message. This could also be a contract at work, moving away from difficulties with the 8 of Cups into your 10 of Cups. You know, you'd rather leave a difficult situation that didn't make you happy, where people were being aggressive with you and pretending or saying that they would help you out when they didn't. They had false intentions. You would rather leave an abusive place of work or an abusive situation where, yeah, maybe you had collected 8 cups, but they weren't enough to turn into 10 cups. So you'd rather skip the pain, you know, leave a situation of false happiness into actual contentment here. And we have message here, and I do see that there is a contract for a lot of you at work too, a new contract, a proposal, good news, a message is coming in for you. So that's one of your blessings, pile 3 as well. So we have, don't underestimate a warning. Your plans are at great risk. Important news, a notice. So to be honest, I feel like that was the warning sign that you had to have in order to move away from that energy. And now you have an important news, a notice coming in, a message. You know, these cards are interesting. Some people see this, I mean, in the booklet it says a notice, you know, it seems like a foreboding notice, but actually I don't get that sense energetically from you, pile 3. I think your blessings are good news are coming. Good news is coming. A new contract, something that you will be signing, is coming in too. 27 is adding up to 9. Difficult lessons learnt here. And that's turning into completion energy. We have 6 swords and 1. So we have 7 swords here, don't we? So again, we have this deceptive energy here that you're letting go of. You're letting go of possible even humiliation from this individual from your past. And you're letting go of partial success. Remember, partial success was the 7 of Swords, was the 8 of Cups, but you'd rather go to full-blown success, 10 of Cups, you know. So I see that, so that's what's taking place. I see that there is a positive message coming in for you. And we have a snake here. Remember, we had this individual that had negative intentions. This could also be another female or a feminine energy. This person was not someone to be trusted, and this is something you're learning. Now, you could also be learning all of these things through your meditation in the etheric realm, in the spiritual realm. You could be receiving all of these messages, what I'm saying, in the non-physical world. We have the Queen of Wands here. Sorry, the Queen of Wands here. Yes, the Queen of Wands. This person could be another woman. This person could have been very spiteful. This person could have been a friend that turned out to be a frenemy. You know, this person had bad intentions, I would say, negative intentions for you. This person is very highly ambitious. They don't care what they do in order to get what they want. They don't have any scruples or principles. It says here, don't trust a woman who is dark-haired, kind and loving only in appearance. So this could have been someone that you've experienced already, but this could also be someone that is, you know, something to pay attention to. Now, I know this is a blessing reading for 2023, but this could be also an individual that, again, could be coming back into your... This could be several people. You know, we have 3, 4 nuisances here. We have another one. So this could be many people who are wanting to try and come back into your life, who isn't someone to be trusted. But I would say it's important for you to just hold the fort, you know, and stand your ground and have boundaries. Okay. Betrayal is in the air. So I feel like, you know, there was someone who had betrayed you before and that this person may want to come back in. Let's get some more clarity with the tarot, shall we? Four of Cups, dissatisfaction, boredom. Five of Swords, yeah. Deceitful energy. Two of Wands, so that's the energy here. Waiting. Seven of Cups. King of Pentacles, yeah, that's the gentleman coming here. Knight of Cups, yeah, there's love definitely coming in here. Temperance card. Queen of Cups, there's your energy. King of Swords. 10 of Cups, there you go. You see the 8 turns to the 10? Beautiful, I love this. Two of Swords, that's the decision that you'll be making. Ace of Pentacles. I knew it, look, there's a High Priestess. I knew it, pile 3, I knew it. I know who you are, there's a Tower, there you go, love it. Okay, so pile 3, what I'm seeing here for you is essentially a reiteration of what I said before, and the tarot has clarified that for me, and also hopefully for you, and hopefully you can see these cards, and if you can't, don't worry about it. So we do have a new opportunity coming in for you for 2023, and this is your major blessing. Fresh new energy, prosperous energy, the energy of a financial or career opportunity that's going to be very successful here. This is something that you've manifested, and this is the abundance that's coming in. Financial abundance can involve a contract, a new contract that will be signed. This is something tangible, physical. After a period of dissatisfaction at work, and after a period of people having deceptive energies where there was possible also conflict and disagreements, arguments, that kind of thing. You felt a bit defeated, I would say, and now you're winning. Okay, so 2023, you're leaving these energies, okay, behind. Where there was boredom, there was, maybe, creating a work, a body of work, for example, that you were slaving away at, and you just found it very repetitive, and there was no joy or happiness while you were doing that, that endeavor, that task, for example. Now we do have you as a High Priestess energy, so you already know these messages, and this is just confirmation. 2023 is enlightening you, Tower card, with great awakenings, great spiritual insight here that you may not be seeing with your physical eyes, but you know on a deep level that things have had to change. You've known why things have taken place, and this is the energy of the seer. Okay, so the two most important cards, the three most important cards that I'm seeing here for you for 2023 is Temperance, the High Priestess, and the Tower. Those are the three major arcanas. So the main energy for 2023 in the next 7 years is patience, healing, calm after the storm as well, balancing, refilling your own cup, putting the love and healing that you give to others to yourself, reflecting inner self, your inner world, to connect with the outer world. As within, so without, as above, so below. Strong Sagittarius energy here, Pisces energy here, Scorpio energy here as well. I did pick up on some Taurus, I did pick up on some, strong Gemini energy here as well. I do see that you are highly lovable and compassionate and loving, and you are very empathic and also very psychic. Pile 3 with the Queen of Cups. I do see that there is another individual that sees you like this, the King of Pentacles. Now, some of you in 2023 may be dealing with someone who you've turned your back from, and this is someone who was also mature, maybe around your same age group possibly, or anyway above the age of 40, and this person may have turned their back from you. This could also be someone that you're working with who had very spiteful things to say. That there may have been some sort of legality involved, some sort of court case involved somehow, romantic or work-wise. But I see that there's also, for some of you or a few of you, you could have a choice. Now, we did talk about a pathway, and we have a choice here that may need to be made between one or the other. A King of Pentacles, possible Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy, and a Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra possible energy. This could also be the same person who's coming to you. This person has had fantasies, they've been imagining you, they've been dreaming about you, but they may have also had illusions as well. This person is very practical and very logical. This person also knows that you are very empathetic. They know that you've been possibly waiting for some time. They've also known that you've been needing to make a decision about the future, or wanting to have some sort of progress. Yeah? They know that if they don't act with love and practicality, where they're coming in with a solid King of Pentacles energy, with a solid offer. There's the pentacle here. You see that? The pentacle here, and the pentacle here, and the pentacle here. Then you may choose to turn your back on them. But they are going to be coming in. So your blessing is that no matter what kind of illusions that you may have been experiencing with them, or non-clarity that you may have experienced with them, I see that they're coming in with romance involved, they're coming in with love, they're coming in with a love offer, but they're coming in with a love offer that's going to be solid, with a firm foundation. They mean business here. Yeah, they mean business here. This person is going to be flirtatious. They're going to be taking action. They're going to be very loving. And they may even tell you or show you how they love you by what they say, what they do, what they give you. They might even come in with gifts, but they're coming in with a cup of love either way. This person in your past was immature, and now they've come into maturity. I feel like this person may have put you under the illusion that they weren't serious, but actually they are serious, or they were serious here. Now we don't have a full match here, but we have the energy of maturity here. And what you are wanting is an equal reciprocity in love. I'll show you my cup if you also show me yours, and share that. It's the energy of the Two of Cups and the Lovers. So you're not going to accept anything that isn't reciprocal here, pile 3. And I feel like you are going to be receiving that, because we have the Ten of Cups. This person usually is quite guarded with their emotions. This person is more about the mind and practicality. This person is more about intellectual power and authority in their line of work. They're very successful, but also they're very practical. Again, as I said before, they're not someone who comes in just willy-nilly. I'm just hearing. They're someone who likes to think about things, meditate about things first, and then they had no doubt in their mind or their heart about how they felt about you, but was it going to be practical in the long run? Okay. I do see that this person is going to be making a decision, and they'll have clarity and a choice that will need to be made, and they will be making it. And that choice is you. You are not a choice, though. You are not a choice, though. That's something that you may be saying. I've never been a choice or an option. You know your own worth, pile 3, and I think that's what they love about you. With the Ten of Cups, I do see contentment and harmony within your love life in 2023, but I would say the next 10 years, 7-10 years of your life, it's going to be a complete sudden, change, because we have the One here. You're meeting the One, or a significant person is coming back into your life after a long time away from you. We have this other tarot card that was hidden here. We have the Three of Swords, and it's because you've experienced a lot of heartache with an individual here, a lot of pain with an individual here, a separation possibly. Attraction. There is attraction between both of you. So we'll put this card here. Pile 3. I see that there is attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So as you've been healing, or as you will be healing, you will be attracting love into your life. Stay optimistic about your love life. You are being optimistic about your love life. You're doing ceremony, you're putting flowers on the altar. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. You have a positive outlook on love, and this is what's coming in. This person is coming in suddenly as well, by the way, with the Tower card. I also do see that a lot of you are going to be radically changing your lives. Radically. So for example, for those of you who lived in the city, you'll be living by the sea, you know, in a remote village somewhere. Getting to know each other, yeah, so this person wants to get to know you better, get to know you more, chat with you, communicate with you. I see that here for you. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So you'll get to know, you'll have time with each other, you'll get to know each other better. Your blessings are, this person is coming into your life, absolutely. I also do see more balance and peace in your life that's coming through. You'll be able to pick up on negative energies, whether they are around you or physically or not. You're just able to pick up on them. And you're able to pick up that these people are just dissatisfied in their life and they use conniving actions and activity in order to get what they want. I also do see your dream space is going to be very active as well, 2023. And I do see that travel is going to be very important for you in 2023, like most of us on Abstract Medicine for the piles. Keep an open mind. So remember, we had opposites attract here with the King of Pentacles, King of Swords and Queen of Cups energy. You know, this person, your soulmate, may differ from your usual type and expectations. Codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. So we have pile 3, maybe you've been dealing with codependency and I feel like you're healing that. You could also be healing and supporting people who have addictions as well. So that's great that you're healing them. Give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. For a lot of you, this is your blessing and you'll have time to do that in 2023. I also do see someone who wants to put a ring on it, you know, legally speaking as well. King of Swords and the ring. You deserve love. You are lovable. You know, you've been really hurt by love, pile 3, and I feel like even still, you still believe in love because you know that you are lovable, pile 3. Last few cards we have, yeah, pay attention to the red flags, and that's what you'll be doing, pile 3, through your psychic gifts. You know, the main blessings is love coming into your life, but also your psychic abilities are going to be enhanced. You're going to be seeing and noticing signs and synchronicities. And what did I say? I see a reconciliation with a lot of you, pile 3, with someone from your past or your past life. Someone from your past is returning to your life. There you go. So, you know, that's what I did see, and that's what's here for you in the cards. And then we have true love, because they are your true love. That's beautiful. Okay, so this is the romantic, this is the romance of a lifetime. I see a lot of romance for you coming in. I see a lot of love. I see a new journey coming in. I see travel coming in for you. I see all of these things. Now let's have a look at the Lemurian cards. Endless opportunities. It's wonderful to have the freedom to choose. However, sometimes indecision can be almost suffocating. So get into your body and let your gut feeling guide the way. You have options and opportunities you may not have realized. The universe wants to give you what you want. It's all there, so reach out and wholeheartedly choose it. While you sit on the fence, your experiences are defeating or confusing. We live in a time of choices. Sometimes reason and limitation directs our choices, and we feel unfulfilled as a result. There's the 4 of Cups. Choose life from a place of heart, compassion and integrity, and you can't go wrong. And we have you here choosing love and life through your compassion and your integrity as well here, which we did pick up on earlier. You know, this is a general reading. I should have said that at the beginning, but If you would like a private reading with me, you know where to find me. You just book directly, and I have 3 different types of readings for you. You can book directly on the website. All the information is there on each single tier, and I can send you a direct video straight into your inbox as well. That's recorded, and you have your own YouTube video essentially that you can listen to whenever you wish. So this card here with the mermaid and the DNA, so you know, for some of you, I'm also seeing pregnancy here as well for 2023, and this could be one of your major blessings too, which is beautiful. You also have spirit babies as well that are communicating with you, so no surprise. Again, I feel like a lot of what I'm saying is just confirmation of what you already know. You know that you have a true love in this lifetime, and this person is coming into your life again from a past life or someone that you've already met before. You know? This person had to, I would say, close cycles and make an important decision in their life to maybe not be wishy-washy, to maybe not be immature, to maybe come into their own full maturity, and that's part of their life lesson. Okay, but you don't wait around for this person, you just keep getting to work and you help humanity in your own way, in your spiritual way, and then this person comes into your life after maybe a time of you being in separation and reflecting on yourself first and pouring your cup of love to yourself first. Evolution. Consider what evolution means to you. Is your evolution about growth, expansion, adaptation, success, or becoming a better version of yourself? Look for ways to flourish in the face of challenge. Break a problem down to its elements. Be creative and consider how you can make it more fun and inspiring. Alternatively, ask how you can learn, grow, and become stronger through what is happening for you. You may be pushed to greater and deep learnings, and it might be an uncomfortable process, but the strength, growth, and wisdom that comes from journeying through the eyes of the storm and embodying this knowledge is something no teacher can show you. Pile 3, for this card here with the woman who's vibrating love. I'm also saying that I had cardiac arrest, so some of you may have experienced that, or someone in your life you could be warning of a heart failure or heart problem. Either way, this person is going to resuscitate, and this person is going to, I just hear, be set free again. I don't see this person dying. I just see that this person's gonna get a second chance in life. So that was a message for one of you, or specifically for you with people, maybe even father figures in your life who have possible heart issues. It's going to be quite scary for you, of course, naturally that's normal, but I feel like this person, it had to be experienced, or will be experienced by this person, because they need to tap into their own spiritual knowledge, because maybe themselves were dealing too much in their ego sphere, is what I'm picking up on. You could be the person that actually heals them and their heart. Okay. Luminescence. When we journey through life from our hearts, it illuminates the darkness. Illusion drops away and we see what is real. Consider the part of yourself you may not be accepting. You may be experiencing inner dissonance due to what you are trying to push away. This card is about self-love, deep, compassionate, unconditional love that brings you into wholeness, which is what I've been saying, which is what you'll be doing in 2023. Luminescence means essence of light. Nothing shines like a heart emanating with love. You can shine through the shadows most gracefully when there is no fear within. Accept all your shades to allow more light and love inside and out of your world. There you go. 2023, we also have this card here, remember? The Infinite. As Lemurians were only partially incarnated, their bodies were much lighter, less physically actualized, and less affected by aging. They were also aware of their infinite nature. This card of rebirth can appear after challenges that have required a level of surrender. You have arrived at a beginning. Revel in your newfound inner wisdom and freedom. Blockages have fallen away and there are opportunities to step into. Stretch your wings and arise like a phoenix born anew, ready for a new cycle of growth. Celebrate, honour the road that brought you here and prepare to take flight with the tools you have gathered through your evolution process. Beautiful. Blockages have fallen, you'll be travelling as well, and you'll be soaring high. You've gone through a dark night of the soul, which is what I picked up on, and you're rising like a phoenix. The last two cards that we have are from the Whispers of Love Oracle. Love is around you. Love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. Okay, so we have this gorgeous card here. If you'd like to take a picture of that, you can now. We have number 16 here as well. And we have Take a Chance on Love. Gorgeous. Take a picture of that if you like. Take a chance on me. Da, 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 da. ABBA. So take a chance. You know, taking a chance on true love is risky, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth the wait. It's going to be worth every pain that you've experienced. They're not going to be saving you. This love is not going to be saving you, but you come together to match each other and to continue being in service to the world, is what I'm hearing. Because they are your one. And together you are one. When we love, our lives are changed forever. Indeed. You are experiencing a drastic change in your life, pile 3, in 2023. We have 23 here as well. We have number 16 as well, which is the Tower card, which we have here, which is uncanny. So again, you know, something drastic is happening. There is love everywhere all the time. And love casts light into shadows. 3 and 2 adds up to 5. 1 and 6 adds up to 7. 7 again is your number for 2023, in the next 7 years of your life. 10 years of your life even. But also there's a marriage here with the 2 and 3 adding up to 5. For me, talks about marriage as well in numerology. So I do see a marriage of the minds, heart and soul. Spiritually speaking, this is a beautiful entry into your next 7-year, 10-year cycle. So let's just lastly look at these numbers here. We have 50, 60, 75, 76, 77, 50, 60, 75, 76, 77, 78, which adds up to 13. 13 is the Death card. Again, you are ending a very difficult cycle in your life, but you're ending something in your life, an ending of a chapter. Death of the ego, death of the soul, rising into the Phoenix energy. 13 adds up to 4 in order to stabilize who you really are and to fortify who your true self is. As I said before, we have 20 here, 10, 10 and 20. We have 2 people who are coming in together as whole individuals individually. And when they come in, they actually become a greater force together. We have 30 here, 10, 20, 30, which adds up to 3. So we have 2, 3, we have 4, 2, 3, and 6, 55, 56, 57, which adds up to 12. So 12 is the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. Setbacks are no longer going to be delayed anymore. And I do see that there is someone who's coming in finally after maybe a difficult separation and a breakup. I also see 2 and 1 adding up to 3. So again, you're going to create magic. You could also be creating babies. And it's a beautiful spiritual time of your life, pile 3. That's all I have for you. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Do let me know. If you would like a private reading with me, you can book directly on the website. If you have any questions, you can find me as well online. Follow Instagram, Abstract Medicine. You can find it there. And also on other videos, more messages on YouTube as well. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Please do let me know. Enjoy your 2023. And if you would like to send me a donation with a tip, buy me a coffee, you can do that with PayPal. All the information is below. Thank you. Love and light. Take care. Bye for now.